And here we go.
In 5, 4, 3.
Call to me, lands far away.
Elves have forests to protect.
We need to build a wall.
Dwarfs their mines. Men their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
For I must now wander this wandering day.
We're safe.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel.
No.
Put up your sword.
The enemy is still out there. The question now is where?
It is over.
Nothing is over! Nothing! You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Darkness will march over the face of the earth. It will be the end, not just of our people, but all peoples.
Everyone!
I am sorry, but their time has come.
The past is with us all.
The past is dead. We either move forward or we die with it.
This could be the beginning of a new era.
Away I must wander this wandering day.
To him finally being lionized in the prime and his prime. Fuck.
Do it!
Shit.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Luke went from being, oh no. Welcome, Slayer Nation. I have some great news for you today. I hope you're all doing great. Nope, that didn't work. One more.
You have failed me for the last time.
Welcome, Slayer Nation. I hope.
If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
That is eating away at what you love in order for it to shine. And one man's vision is... Sometimes you don't have to make things better for them to be great again. You merely have to Okay. Hollywood continues to slow boil the culture and crazy. Well, right now, Spider-Man actor Andrew Garfield has stepped up and he's fighting motherfucker.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
And unbearded dwarves, but Prime didn't stop there. They stapled in intersectionality, individuality, biddiga-dig-bee, biddiga-dig-boo.
So it begins.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, George the Giant Slayer.
What's going on, everybody? It is so great to be back. I missed you last week. It's like we've made this kind of a routine, 1 week on, 1 week off, but we're back on schedule. I had a cold, as you know, a fever from watching the Odyssey. Just recovering. Well, welcome to Slayer Nation Live. It's July 26, 2026, in the year of our Lord, and it's good to be here. Rob Lego, Patriot, Atlantic King, Star, Francis Hates, Jill Powers. Always love seeing you. And your posts on X. Beautiful things. You got to go check them out. My favorite Rivet Head, Razorburn, Throttler, Blitzen. Wouldn't be a show without Blitzen. So we got a cool lineup of people, you know, regular friends coming back. Always good to see them. And I say we just get started. No long intros today. It's a crazy week. We got to go over a lot of trailers. It was Comic-Con. That means we had more Doomsday info. We got Ryan Gosling news. It seems everybody wants to cast him in everything. That's a pretty good thing, I guess. We're going to talk about the Odyssey, Amazon's Rings of Pandering, the Fraudessy, Christopher Nolan, how culture is completely illiterate, and they went to watch his movies. But we also learned a few things about Martin Scorsese. He no longer goes to the movie theaters. Why? We're going to find out. And Jason Alexander just bent the knee, proving one more time that in Hollywood, the only myth that exists is that there are no such things as virginal mouths. All right. Paul Chato is here. We got Dark Hour and the Comics Division. Great to see you. Great to see you. Great to see you. How you doing? I even have Greek coffee today. I made a little Greek coffee. I was like, you want to talk about the Fraudessy? Might as well.
I got Dude Bro coffee. C4.
I like Dude Bro.
Yeah, I got Ghost.
Oh, both of y'all are cooking. Me and Paul, he eats like
Brazilian
the
roast.
Brazilian. The thing is I always drink 3 drinks at a time. I remember when I was in Athens once, and I went to this restaurant by the sea, and I tell the waiters, like, I'd like a Coke. He's like, okay. He starts walking away. I'm like, what? And I'd like a coffee. He's like, okay. And orange juice. He's like, huh? And a water. Sorry. And he just looked at me like, and I said this in English because I always love messing with him. So, of course, he starts walking away saying, fucking American tourist. And I'm like, hey, deep is it in my laka? And he's like, you're Greek?
Yes.
So, Paul, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm recovering from being attacked by many wasps. My arm is now only looking partially Popeye-ish, but apparently we had a wasp nest in our compost. I didn't know it, and I dumped some stuff, and I got swarmed. It was.
Didn't expect that.
Did not expect it.
That's no fun, yeah.
I didn't expect them to like I brushed one away and then another landed and it wouldn't brush away. It just held on it. Dink, 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 dink. And then I had probably 20 wasps and I just finally ran like a girl screaming. And I was like trying to brush my arm off, and it's I think it's subsiding. It's kind of just still swelled, but hasn't gone to my head.
I thought you were going to say you were attacked in another way. You just
I was doing the same thing.
No, I got attacked by wasps, by like legitimate wasps.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, and not the Protestant edition.
Yeah, not the white people in our neighborhood.
Well, like the Greeks would say, you must be sweet. You know, one of the
yeah. Wow. I don't recommend it to anyone. Like, holy shit.
It hurts, huh?
Yeah, but it's more the swelling. Like it's amazing how little your skin actually wants to stretch.
When wasps are just douchebags. Like, bees sting you as a last resort. Wasps are like, nah, I'm just gonna do it because I'm not gonna lose my stinger. So fuck yeah, I'm just gonna start doing it.
And I'm just gonna like nail it over and over again. Well, they want to kill you.
I have a quick question, then talk about bees. A couple of weeks ago, my dog Snoopy, Beagle, he's like 5.5 years old. We were in the backyard, and I saw what I thought was an African bumblebee, right? And so he sees any little bug, he goes bonkers. So he starts barking and he goes after it. I turn around and he puts his jaws around it, and I grabbed it out of him. I didn't know if it like stings the hell out of him on the inside or what. You think dogs can take that?
Yeah, my dog did that once.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, did I just do the right thing or not?
I mean,
well, if it's a
dog,
if it was
I
an
guess.
actual bumblebee, it would have been fine anyway.
No, it looked like the African ones. You know the
like the African killer bees. Yeah, they're basically wasps. They're essentially like related to them.
And I was just like, and he just was like, okay, I'm gonna save the day. And I just see him like going to close his mouth around. I'm like, yeah, no. Anyway, you know what didn't get stung this week, but got saved? The last Stradivarius guitar. I always like starting out with a little bit of happy news. The last Stradivarius guitar from 1679, and this gentleman played it. I thought it was just beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, the only one in existence. Tell me that's not beautiful to listen to.
That's awesome. Yeah. So that's actually from the 1600s.
Yeah, 1679 is the last remaining one.
We're not wearing the right.
What happened to the other ones? I mean, it's
Have
the
no
one that
one-
survived.
They only, when I was reading about it and then did a little research, they said it's the only one that is intact and playable. It's
I
the
don't
only
think
one
he
that-
was he known for guitars? I mean,
Nope.
I would have had him play Smoke on the Water and someone come in and go, okay, shut the fuck up. See, that's what I would have done. This is no fun. I mean, really, you need to, or Stairway to Heaven, one or the other.
Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah,
Or
one
he,
or the other.
Or he could have played, could have created, played for the score for the Fraudessy. I don't
Now
know.
it sounded good. I mean, again, people have magical things to say about the Stradivarius violin. I worked in a music store, probably the last one in Toronto that catered to jazz musicians, saxophonists, and had violins and things like that. It was a great store. The owner didn't like the fact that I was joking with customers all the time. And at one time, a European individual came in and said that I would like to see your violins. And I took him to the back, and we had a glass case. We had one violin in there that was like $1,200. He said, oh, could I take a look at that violin? And I said, what are you talking? This is like over $1,200. We have a stand-up bass here.
Mhm.
It's $400. It's cheaper, and look how much more you get. And he went, no, I want
The violin.
I want to look at violin. But you don't understand what kind of deal this is. Look how much more wood is here. Like, it's shiny. You can see yourself in it. I don't want to do business with you. And he left the store. And the boss was just furious with me. And I thought, yeah. I didn't think he was going to buy it anyway. I mean, it was the violin was way overpriced. He would have taken it down and went, yeah, this is a shitty violin.
Did you do your Russian accent with him?
With him? No. I just regularly just told them he was a small man with a dark cat, hat, some Homburg hat, and came in. And he said, I don't get what you're talking about. This is
dancing really low to the ground.
That's right. They but I got all sorts of. I got fired for. When I did a summer of installing carpet back when there was the shag days when you would have like vinyl glue on the back of it, and I got a job to. This woman opens the door. It says, "I hear you're coming here to put down my carpet." I said, "Yes." "You're ugly. This is crap. You are all the ugly. You deserve to be changed." She called my boss. I got fired.
I thought that was going a different direction. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. Same here.
Anyway,
you're here to do my.
I like it. I like it.
Pizza.
See,
I can always count on Paul. No matter what we cover, you have a story for it. I think that's a beautiful thing. That's life. No, Stradivarius. I read he only, I think, made 10. 10 guitars.
Really? That's all.
Really? Okay.
One place that I read. Another place said he made like 20. Another said but it didn't seem. It wasn't his thing. And so it was interesting.
He was really into model trains. This is the secret that nobody wants to talk about, is that his model train collection is stunning.
Out of the world, right?
Out of the worlds. One of those like secret things people don't know about the famous, right?
Never meet your heroes. Never meet your heroes.
Yeah,
Speaking of heroes, you're one of the greatest comedians ever. What do you think of it when comedians do an act, do a gig, do a sketch, and then somebody digs it up and they tell them they have to apologize? Where do you stand on that?
No, I say no. There's no apology. We've done bits that we will never do. We would never do again. But you just leave it. I mean, it's that's it. I mean, don't apologize. I don't believe in it.
You think this bit? I'm going to play it for a minute so you can see what this was dug up 6 days ago. I think it was somebody at the Hollywood Reporter or Deadline. It posted online, and of course, all of a sudden, you had every beta male Bob calling in, demanding Jason Alexander apologize. So, of course, Jason Alexander apologized.
He's America's fourth leading life coach, self-help guru, and motivational master. The man with the answers. Here's Donnie Clay.
Judgment. We're always judging, aren't we? People, places, experiences, relationships. And that's why I, Donnie Clay, do not judge. You know who I don't like? Dr. Phil. Because he's kind of a judgy guy, isn't he? Very quick with the judgments. You may have thought that was a judgment. It's not. That was an observation. Today, I'm going to be working with two people who have been at the center of a lot of judgment lately. 17-year-old media sensation Courtney Stodden and her father, Doug Hutchinson. Welcome to the Donnie Clay Show.
I'm not her father, I'm her husband.
So you two kids are married, are you?
Yes, May 2011.
Oh my. Well, then, Courtney, you were a 17-year-old bride.
16.
Holy shit. We'll edit that out.
Yeah, Courtney and I, we're just very much in love. I'm sure you can tell just by that picture. Can we put that picture up, guys?
Yeah. I see what you mean, Doug. I like what I'm seeing there.
Yeah.
Where was this picture taken?
My Uncle Stevie's funeral.
Let's be honest. People can be cruel, as I've said, and what we have to do is we have to fortify this relationship. We have to make it so strong that no amount of judgment can possibly harm you two kids. So let's go ahead and fortify this relationship right now. You ready to do some work? Ready to go to work?
Let's go, Doc.
All right. Now, Courtney, you did something very brave recently. You went on the Dr. Drew show.
I did.
And allowed him to do an ultrasound of your bosom to prove that they are as God intended them to be. It was very brave, but I don't want to do that. I'm not that crass. I don't care about your breasts. I mean, they're lovely. They're lovely.
Thank you.
But I don't care about them. What I care about is the quality of your heart. So I have a special app here on my iPhone, and if I may, I'm going to use this to just find out what's in the quality of your heart. I can't tell. Which side should I be on?
It's on the left side.
Not this side? No. Not this side. This side over here.
Yeah,
this is the
it's
side?
not down there. It's
All righty then. Let me see. That's great. I'm getting a lot. Are you getting anything? No? Oh, that's interesting. I'm not getting anything here. I got full bars right here.
So
Is that what he's being canceled for?
Yeah, and so he turns around, and there's a little bit more to it, but it goes on. So of course, he then was forced to issue an apology, and he turned
over that.
Yeah,
over that. That's
because
ridiculous.
Because he wrote the skit and starred in the skit, and he did
God.
it. And
well, all this shows to me is that he shouldn't be writing sketches.
Okay,
it's very juvenile, and if there's anything to apologize for, it's just a badly written sketch that isn't clever enough for its own good.
Yep. You know the origin of Funny or Die, right?
Yeah, I mean it's Will Ferrell and
yeah, but it came about because of the writer's strike.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Oh, that I didn't know. No.
Yeah, that's when that kind of like came about because he did was it the Pearl of the Landlord, and I think on Funny or Die and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, that came about because of the writer's strike of I think it was like 2007.
Yeah, that 08, so 07. Yeah, there was a lot of things that came about. That was when they did like Dr. Horrible's sing along blog. Everybody was just trying to stay active during the, that was Joss Whedon, but they were just trying to stay active, and then it all, the internet just kept evolving, and a lot of them stuck around.
But here's what he said. Looking back at the comedy sketch in which Miss Stodden and I participated in 2012, I completely agree that it was inappropriate, and I truly regret it. But more importantly, I'm deeply sorry for any harm or distress it has caused Miss Stodden. I offer her my sincerest apologies.
It's not like she was like forced into it. That's retarded. She agreed to do the sketch.
This is very similar to what Franken got nailed on when he was sort of hovering his hands over the breasts of this.
Oh God, I remember that
ex stripper or whatever, and then she pretended to be.
She was a journalist,
offended or something. I don't
know. Yeah, stripper journalist. I mean, same difference at this point.
Same difference.
Really.
Yeah.
It was she pissed she didn't get $20 or.
No, I mean, I hate to say this, and this is not necessarily an excuse, is that men do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the nature. It's our nature. And when a professional comedian, maybe you're lucky that 5 out of 10 things that are offensive is actually funny. If you're just not really a comedian, maybe 1 out of 20 things that you've done that's offensive is funny. So, you can say, "Oh, listen, I'm sorry, that was out of line or something," but I don't call that an apology. That was just, "Hey, look, check the contents of my heart, not the bulge in my pants." I mean, it's just,
but it's comedy. You're supposed. It's common. Would you ever apologize if they told you to? We didn't like this sketch from.
Oh no, I wouldn't apologize for it. I would say, "Hey, look, I'm never doing it again." Like it's a time capsule thing.
Mm.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah, like obviously, I would always say, oh well, okay. At the time, this was a little bit more. Honestly, the only thing that was kind of stupid is all they had to do was make her 18. Just make it an 18-year-old, and then you could still have the joke about her being like super young. You could still have it about like, oh, you were 16 when you got married, and then you can't. It was just the stupid part was how it was written and the fact that they went through with a 17-year-old. That was really the dumb thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that's kind of the joke. Part of the joke is the fact that she's supposed to be underage.
Well, yeah, because
and it's very apparent that the woman playing her is not underage.
Right.
I think there's 2 jokes here is the problem. One joke is that he's a Dr. Phil who is really not very good at what he does.
Right.
Is a bit of a masher. That is a premise in of itself. You do not have to add the underage
bit
angle to it.
You don't think it adds to the humor?
No, not at all. I think it misses the point of what he's trying to do. So you can who's the Jerry Springer? There's, and also the 2 did not have any conflicts. That's a huge mistake. Why weren't the husband and the girl interacting? Or maybe the joke is that they're cousins. That's a joke. That's a Jerry Springer thing. There's a lot of other things that could be offensive. Where did she come from? Why was he attracted to her? Why was she attracted to him? It's got nothing to do with the fact that he's got a $12 million boat. I mean, there's so many aspects to this that could have been funnier. Oh, I've got this app to see whether your tits are real or not. I mean, it's a very, very juvenile thing. The thing could have gone in many different ways. So
I think about how many riffs there were on because you mentioned Springer. Remember Geraldo getting popped in the nose when he had a show?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, why weren't the 2 of them living in his car? Like, what is she? What is he? What do you see in him? You're living in his car in Buena Vista, California. I mean, whatever. Well, he's promising he's going to get a new car. I don't know. There's like a million things that could have been fun. He's clearly not a sketch writer.
Cool. Well, now you sent this to me. I want to watch it.
So this thing hit 5 million views on Funny or Die.
Cool.
You can tell me whether this is offensive or not to you.
This train is westbound, express to Clarkson, and clear the doors.
Hello? Hi, honey. How's Daddy's little girl? Yeah. Oh, what's wrong? No. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Mom works late tonight, sweetheart. So it's just us for supper. And hey, how'd you do on that science test? What's wrong, sweetheart? What? Okay, well, don't snap at me, dear. You want to talk to Mom? You can see her when she gets about 9:30, I suppose. What is wrong? Okay. So it's a tummy ache? Okay, well, listen, you bundle on the couch with this. Sweetheart, it's a tummy ache because you said it hurts down there. Oh, down there. Oh, sweetheart, I don't think that's a tummy ache. I think you're having your first period. It's your womanly flow, your monthly visitor. Yes. Oh, this is exciting. Yeah. Oh, yes. Upstairs under Mommy and Daddy's sink. Yeah, sure. Way to go. Yeah, sure. You got the cordless? Yeah, I'm good. Way to go. Oh.
Look at Paul.
Oh, poor baby. Well, you know what's happening? Your uterus is sloughing off a layer of skin, and it's going to wash it right out your... Yes, there, you got them? Good girl. Okay, well, you look under the sink, and there's a big box of pads and a little box of tampons. So you can choose either or, and... Yeah, sweetheart, you just choose either or, and I'll be home in about half an hour. Well, Mommy... Well, Mommy uses pads for the first couple of days because it's very heavy. And then when she's just spotting, she switches to tampons. Okay, pads it is. That's a good girl. You made a good choice there. Okay, so you take care of the pads, and what's wrong? No, what's wrong? Tell Daddy, what's wrong? No, dear, that's just mucus. Yes, I know it looks like, but no, it's not. It's not, sweetheart. It's just mucus, and it'll wash off your panties. It will. Well, most of it will. It leaves a bit of a stain, sweetheart. But, well, a lot of ladies' panties have stains on them like that, sweetheart. Now, you know what we could do? Why don't we go out and get you special period panties for your special days? Yes. Tampons? Oh, tampons it is. That's a very grown-up decision you just made. Now you look inside the box and there's a little pamphlet piece of paper thing there, and you can take care of business. And oh my, we're just flying along. Yes, sweetheart, there's a pamphlet inside the box that tells you all about it. And I'll be home and we can make some hamburger help.
What?
No, the pamphlet, dear. There's no pamphlet? Okay, all right, well, Daddy can try. Take the tampon out of the box, that's a girl, and unwrap it. Okay, good. Now, I want you to hold it in your right hand with the thumb on the stick end. Okay, good girl. Now, put your right foot up on the toilet. Now, this is the tricky part because I'm going to have to tell you what to do, but then you have to put the phone down because you need your other hand to... No, sweetheart, I'm going to tell you. Then you put the phone... No, don't put the phone down now because I have to tell you what to do. No, now you're getting all excited. No, stop. No, don't yell out. Okay, stop. Just a minute. Stop. Daddy knows what to do, okay? Daddy knows. All right? All right. Is your brother there? Let me talk to him.
Oh my God.
So that got over not a peep from Dark Hour.
I mean, I'm just,
you grossed out?
Yeah, period humor, not my thing. It's
so that hit over 5 million views on Funny or Die, and they wanted us to do more sketches for them. And I said, well, are you paying us for any of them? Nope.
Nope.
No more sketches from us.
Wow. That was your reaction. And then the guy next to you.
Yeah, you two guys were killing it.
The reaction was, I was just watching y'all.
Oh, and you had to see the guys in the front row. like men in the audience reacted like Dark Hour. They were
Well, what's going on?
oh, they were, the women were howling with laughter. The husbands with daughters were laughing. But yeah,
You've got to listen to some of Dark Hour's humor. It is amazing. He's got these clips.
I actually did. I did the one for Star Wars dildos. That was a great one.
I did one.
I did one.
Fine.
You know what it is? I think it's just when I hear there's just I guess when I'm just sitting there thinking like, yeah, that's gross. I don't know. It's after a certain point, I can't disconnect certain things and start laughing at them.
But you heard the audience; they were howling with laughter.
Yeah.
So it was one of our. It was a show ender for us. That.
Well, we need a palate cleanser before the palate cleanser. Here's a new form of martial arts.
There we go.
From a man who wants to name himself as Steven Seagal.
He's pretty good, you know.
It is. That's better than me.
That's not bad.
Anyway,
I've seen a couple of videos from that guy before.
They're pretty interesting. I don't know if he's being funny or he's being serious.
That's like,
I think a little of both.
I think he's just exercising. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be showing that. But Comic-Con was this week. Anybody paid attention to that?
No.
All the stuff?
A little bit. Whenever I saw something pop up on social media, I'd look at it, but I didn't go hunting stuff down. I knew I was going to be on the show. You'd bring up the stuff, so I was like, "Oh, let's."
I know that discussing fish pulled a lot of people with another Eternals movie.
Was crazy.
Initially, I saw that, I was like, "What the fuck are they actually doing?" Oh, it's discussing fish. Never mind.
Yeah. I was like, "No, it's not possible. It's not possible." But then I saw that.
Dude, that'd be freaking hilarious if they decided to do their Eternals movie.
What audience does it have?
None. That's the best part.
I think the only good news that came out really this week was around Ryan Gosling, which I was,
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, the Ghost Rider. I was kind of surprised about that. Then Cruise is they finally locked down with Paramount. He's moving forward with Days of Thunder 2, the sequel after 35 years.
Yeah, I would say they had mid-90s for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're looking at doing what was suggested is to turn it into a crossover with F1.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Which I heard about that. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be Pitt versus Cruise, which would be a massive movie.
But who would win when you have two? Like, how would you write that when you have two stars like that? It has to be Cruise, right? He'd have to win.
Two very different styles of racing. So it's
Yeah, I mean the challenge mostly with any kind of sports movie is the typical bullshit of the lead up to the race, and someone's got to win it, and it's tough. I mean, F1 wasn't too bad.
It's like you never saw a movie. I don't remember. I don't think there ever was one. You didn't see one with Clint Eastwood and John Wayne in the same thing. Like, which one are you going to focus on? Who's going to be the hero? Both.
So there is an aspect that you can always have one win and the other die in a crash, and there you go. Now you have a tragedy story.
Or even better, they can team up together to beat China.
Yeah. There we go.
Two rivals team up to
Yes.
defeat the ultimate enemy.
That's you know what it is. They have American 12-cylinder cars versus the Chinese EVs.
That would be fun.
See, there you go. Nailed it.
Have you seen the Digger trailer?
Yes.
I love that. Has anybody want to watch the Digger trailer? I didn't think about loading it up, but
Sure, go for it.
Man, did we watch it last time?
No, we didn't. We watched the teaser, that 10
Oh,
second.
okay.
And then we watched the 3-minute kind of like montage.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that they released a real trailer.
No, yeah, they just released a real trailer. Where did you go? Oh no, that's Rings of fucking Power. Hey, Fletcher, can you find me the Digger trailer, the full Digger trailer? In the meantime, I do have a little bit of good news because it's a good hour. Judge David W. Duggan ruled yesterday that giving illegals taxpayer-funded tuition is unconstitutional.
Thank God. At least we got to win there.
Only took 45 years, but hey, now they're going after healthcare because they're like, well, if taxpayers shouldn't pay for illegals' college tuition. Why should they pay for health care? And funny enough, you have that Hillary Clinton video when she was testifying to Congress. I think it was from 92. She was saying, no, illegals shouldn't get health care because it then becomes an incentive. Thank you for that, Fletcher. God bless you. Here's the Digger trailer. I thought that was pretty cool. There haven't been a lot of wins lately in this administration. Is it me, or do you get a little bit of the? I love Tom Cruise. You get a little bit of flavor of his agent, the one he played in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely on the same vein, I would say.
I think this is his Doctor Strangelove.
Oh, that would be cool. We haven't seen that. What do y'all think, chat? Are you looking forward to this?
It seems like every other scene, it almost feels out of place for the one. It's like every scene doesn't feel like they're connected until you get to another one. It's like every first 1, 3, 5 feel connected, and 2, 4, 6 all feel completely disconnected from whatever it is.
What do you think, Paul, of it?
Yeah, to me, it looks wild. I give it, I'm certainly going to give it a chance. It's got a lot of actors in it who I like. You just have to make sure that they, don't reveal how gay it is to the, to the press, as long as no one asks them. This looks like the gayest Doctor Strangelove ever.
But you know what's funny is how all the trailers still keep using music from the 80s, 70s, 80s. I mean, think about it. No modern music
now.
Yeah, because modern music today sucks. But
nothing. It sucks.
Talking Heads. Every trailer that I see, it's callback 70s, 80s, 90s. Nothing. There's nothing from the 2000s. Almost nothing from 10, 20. Nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
I think this is going to be a hit for him. As somebody said, who said that in the chat just now? That they had to age him up so he can actually look his age.
he has aged a little bit more recently. Like he had that run where he just looked the same for about 15 years, and then it caught up to him a little bit, but obviously it didn't catch up to him as much as for these kind of roles.
Have you ever seen him eat popcorn at a movie theater? Where
I've never seen him on the shitter either, so I don't know what.
No, I'm just saying he even eats. Yeah,
I don't think he's actually seen his own reflection. I'm pretty certain that's the truth.
Well, if he sees his own reflection, the painting hidden away in the chamber might crumble, and he might age rapidly all of a sudden.
One of the funny things about being a sketch artist is that when you start, you're kind of in your 20s. So the Frantic started in our 20s, and we would do older characters. You do your range, and every time we did a older character, we'd always do it like this, and yes, JB, yes, okay, we're gonna go out. And then one day we were in our 60s and we were out performing, and we were doing the same voices, and I turned to Rick, Peter, and Dan. I said, you do realize we're now the age of those characters that we did back when we were in our 20s. We don't have to do the voices anymore. We are them. that was an amazing revelation.
Yeah.
We get old.
We do get old, but Cruise just seems to defy that. It just seems to defy. I will say one thing that Cruise did piss me off, but I understood his reasoning. Is he kept doing blasts on social media about the Odyssey. I'm at the movie theater. I went to another night of it. I went to another night.
Well, it's because he wants to see Hollywood succeed. So I can kind of see why he would do that.
Yeah, I want to see.
Whereas the rest of us are just like, fuck this movie. It's awful. I mean, he's the last true, I would say, not just Hollywood star, but also advocate for Hollywood.
That's okay.
Yeah, I like that. I would love for Tom Cruise's version of Hollywood to come back because I mean, I was listening to a clip of him. I'm fixing the camera right now. Wait a second. I was listening to a clip of him go on for 16 minutes. It's like a reporter was asking him about Digger, and he starts talking about cameras and lenses and the types of cameras he picks. And the way that they're, certain lenses from the 60s and 70s are the ones he hunts down because the way they're shaved and how they capture the light. I'm like, my God, I didn't realize this man knows everything about making movies. It's not, just acting. I mean, he was like the way it blocks it, the way it frames it, and what kind of lights you use.
Well, I mean, he's been doing this since the 80s. I mean,
Right, but you don't hear Pitt talking about it or any of the other actors. I mean, he's into it. Like, he wants to know. He knows
also has his own production company, so
he still does.
He's more invested in those things.
Sure.
Yeah.
And instead, we have Jennifer Lawrence joining the regular, Javier Bardem, Gaza nut bars.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why even talk about? Like, who gives it? Why do you announce yourself that you've chosen to join this group? It's just so silly. It's insane. I'd much rather hear Tom Cruise talk about cameras and his joy of jumping out of planes or filmmaking and everything else. Yeah, I don't see how Jennifer Lawrence's addition helps. It's stupid. It's just dumb.
Well, it's like Alan Ritchson, the Reacher, the guy who plays Reacher.
Yeah, he hates Trump.
He hates Trump. But 8 hours after the trailer released for Reacher season 4, he decides to go on a rant. I'm going to play the rant first, which I'm like, why do you do that?
Why bother?
It's like, what's the purpose of that? It's like, you just released it. You're building goodwill.
I think the problem is it's like what we've seen is like they only want certain people watching their TV shows and movies, right? I mean, look at what John Leguizamo says. If you support ICE, don't see my movie. It's like, well, okay.
I won't.
Yeah, he doesn't want.
Not a problem there, buddy.
Appeals to the
Thanks for
exact
telling me.
opposite people he wants. That's his issue. It appeals to the general patriotic, right wingers, and he doesn't want that to be his. Yeah,
but that is his base for Reacher. Alan Ritchson succeeded because Alan Ritchson succeeded. You think the left watches a guy take the law into his own hands? No, come on.
No,
I mean, the character is the antithesis of Jennifer Lawrence or Charlize Theron. He's his audience is a completely different animal, and he comes out and says this.
Okay, yeah. Well,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say these people are guilty narcissists. They're not going to be able to do anything else. So what they're trying to do is pad their own position on the planet. They are pampered. They've got no excuses. So they do this. This is.
Why not just keep quiet? Why not just keep quiet?
No. I agree. That is the best position. But they are guilty for being so pampered. They're never going to go into a war. It's not like back in the day where Elvis Presley got conscripted and had to go to war. I mean, those people were kept honest because of that. And I'm not advocating for conscription, but I would love to see Jennifer Lawrence be conscripted.
Well, I've been saying for years that I think that women should have to register for the draft in the United States. Basically, at that point, you start facing the consequences of how you vote.
Yeah, but isn't that the whole equal? What was it? The Equal Rights Amendment Act that they're trying to pass?
The point is they've got no other way to express their guilt for being pampered. This is the way they do it.
Well, they view basically the bubble that they're in. They see the rest of the world as that bubble, and therefore it's like they're projecting what they're living onto other people that aren't even in the same category, right?
Sure.
Right, but they should. You would think that a manager or a publicist would say, "Hey, Alan, why don't we take a quick look at your demographics? Wow, look at this, 72%." Because I looked at the numbers a year ago. 72% of your audience is middle American conservative. Maybe you should shut up,
or don't do the character anymore, or do something else. If that you find very repulsive, do something else.
Right. Because it's hypocritical. It's just like Leguizamo. God, I wish I could have been.
Idiot, but he's always been an idiot.
Right, but the fact that he was at the New York premiere of the Odyssey, right, and he's telling the reporter, because they're like, "How do you feel about this character?" And you've been on the record about Latin representation. He's like, "Yes, I will take any character. I'm stretching it. I'm a Latin guy." I'm like, "Why don't you just say it?" I was waiting for him to say, "Hey, bitches, I'm playing a Greek." I mean, it's like there's no filter. Someone should have said, "Do you don't think that's a little bit hypocritical? You didn't want to go to the Mario Brothers premiere because you said no Latin representation."
Did he actually say that?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
he
you,
did.
you haven't seen that video?
No.
Fletcher,
It
can you
was-
pull
it was
that up?
hilarious.
Can you pull that up, Fletcher, in a second to find it? It was the Super Mario Brothers premiere, and John Leguizamo.
Oh,
was
you're talking
at-
about John Leguizamo. Yeah, no, I thought you were talking about this guy, not John Leguizamo.
Oh,
But
no,
yeah,
Alan
By the way,
Richardson.
guys, am I coming in low on my mic? I had to
Yeah,
switch
you're a
my
bit low.
headphones.
A
Sorry,
little.
hold on, I'll turn it up. Hold on,
Yeah,
give
can
me a
you
second here.
turn it down farther?
How about now? Is that better?
It's because you didn't laugh at my sketch. You can go.
Damn it. That's it.
I'm heavily medicated. I'm sorry.
I've got hydrocortisone cream on my arm. Like,
Oh
give
no,
me a
I'm
break.
I'm on straight SSRIs, man. Let's go.
maybe that's what Richard's on. Well, here we go.
No, he'd be on the he'd be on something else besides that.
People, I think, are a little bit afraid of me because they're like, he's a loose cannon. And I'm not. I'm just saying the shit that everybody should say if they give a shit about humanity. Everybody else should feel like I feel.
The world is on fire.
The world, yeah, like, oh, mad about the way things are and the abuses that are happening. The Epstein files, the fucking Epstein files. God damn it. Where are they? It's a fucking law, bitch. Show it. You fucking pedophiles. I shouldn't say fuck because I'm a Christian and people are going to go like, how can you say fuck and he's a Christian? Because that is something that should make you want to say fuck. You know, sorry, God, I'm sweating now. This is my
can't even
fucking
tie your
politics,
shoes. I
dude.
don't
I would
believe it. I
fucking
don't-
railroad these fuckers. I would get those Epstein files out in 2 seconds. Yeah, dude.
Where the
2
fuck
seconds,
were you
fucking
during
move out of
Biden's
the way.
administration? Okay,
Right.
that's the thing that pisses me off about this shit. Suddenly, now that Trump is president, suddenly the left gives a shit about the Epstein files. It's like that shit should have come out a long time ago. And sadly, the reason why it probably hasn't is that anything that was probably damning has been destroyed.
Yeah, of course.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it was definitely that was more. You know, I don't know if anybody ever watched Blue Mountain State, but that was 100% Thad Castle right there. That was the.
I never watched it.
That was the character he played on that show. That was exactly how Thad reacts to things. That was over the top yelling like he just did. So.
Yep.
Well, and you know, this is not so much a Republican thing. This is a power thing. This is
No, absolutely, yeah.
There's a lot of people high up who availed themselves of Monsieur Epstein, and it's a whole group of people that I don't think the general public really understand that there's a kabuki show that is going on in front of them where people from different sides of the aisle are arguing and saying mean things to each other. But once you're up in the moneyed stratosphere, you're in on the same fucking team. I'm sorry. And you will talk to each other personally very differently than, when you're a Republican or a Democrat or whatever. It doesn't really matter. So these people are all tied in, or many people are tied in with the Epstein file on both sides. And
Yeah.
all of them would rather, people in power want it to go away. It's not
Well,
just,
didn't they have like another person that recently died that was connected to the investigation?
A lawyer wasn't
just mysteriously died, like recently.
Yeah, fell out a window or
Yeah, on some bullets.
so anyways, yeah. So I mean, he shouldn't be blaming this just on Trump. He should be taking on the people in power. Really,
Well, that requires that anybody who wants to play this game treats it like it's no longer team sports. That's the
Correct.
problem.
Mhm.
When you treat it like it's a team sport, like I need to defend my quarterback, whoever that may be, whoever the person in power is, no matter what,
right?
Even if I don't agree with them, that's when you end up with scenarios where now you're defending someone on one side and you're attacking someone for the exact same thing on the other side, and it's just increasingly happened over time. Obviously, anybody who grew up through it knows it. It's not.
Well, and the thing that's a shame about it is like it's not like this is new information. This is people have known about this shit for decades, right? It's not new, but they did nothing about it then when he was initially arrested, when he was alive.
To answer
So-
Eugene in the chat, no, we're not defending Trump. We're saying that if you're
No.
going to call out one side, you got to call out both to be fair.
Absolutely.
Right, liars are liars. If you want the truth, you want the truth from everybody, not just, hey, I'm going to protect my team. The biggest problem I always have with these Hollywood types is he didn't say a word when he was trying to break in Hollywood. When he was none of these people ever have a big mouth when they're trying to become famous, trying to get jobs. It's always after they've secured themselves a position.
Oh, they had the platform to be able to
I
do
would
so.
have more respect for them if they were actually, I've been a nutcase my whole life, even, before.
Mhm.
Then I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, you sound much better, George. Were you off in the crapper?
No, I was trying to fix the camera. I walked behind the.
Oh, I see. I thought like you were in the other room or something.
No,
This is just a very technically difficult show today.
it is.
Get out of there. I don't care what room they're in, bitch. Move. Like, give me the fucking manila envelope. I will get you the Epstein files. Sorry.
You got my vote. Whatever you want to run for, you got it.
Don't you want to see what's in there so that we can hold people accountable? These fucking
Yes,
rapists.
absolutely, 100%.
You're just cool
Yes.
with it? That bitch has the keys to the nuclear. He's like all up into 13-year-olds. Like,
Hey,
dude,
pause it again.
what? Go to.
It's like, dude, okay, they brought this shit up initially in Trump's first term. When Biden took over, it suddenly went away again. And, now that, Trump's president, I mean, that whole thing has been fucking handled. I mean, I would have more respect if they came out and said, hey, this is what we have. Most evidence has been destroyed, and because that's the more likely scenario.
So here's the thing: is he's not wrong. It's just
No, he's
the way
not.
He's going about it and saying it, and only saying it in selective times where it helps his side of the story or the political spectrum. Is what the problem is. He's 100% correct in the fact that it should just be whatever.
Of course, it should be out.
Yeah,
but none of them said it, like Comics was stating, or none of them said it during Biden's administration.
Exactly, that's the problem.
They didn't say, "Hey, why didn't that bitch who's in charge of the nuclear codes or has got an auto pen doing it for him? Why didn't he release them?" No, that's my problem.
Well, it wasn't important then.
Absolutely. Of course, then he didn't do an apology per se. He was followed up. Where the hell did that go? He was followed up and asked about it then 4 hours after the interview because and I don't want to watch any more of that clip. He ends it with, I'm following my truth. I live my truth thing. Here we go. Here's another one.
I hate that phrase.
Oh,
I do too.
It grates on my nerves like nothing else. There we go.
Why so important to you to be loud and proud about your convictions?
I want to live a life that feels meaningful to me, and I think that means speaking my truth.
My truth. My truth. That has destroyed more minds. My truth. It's worse than a drug.
The other phrase is lived experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Lived experiences.
It's definitely an exercise in trying to separate the art from the artist because Reacher has been season 3 wasn't amazing, but Reacher's been pretty fucking great. So, for him to do this, it's really good to see how many people are paying attention as to what the success rate of the next season.
Do you know what? I used to believe before the Fraudessy, I did believe that a lot of people paid attention. After, I don't think so. And that's one of the biggest letdowns. But for Reacher, because remember, he started it right as the Reacher season 3 promo campaign started. Before it, like 3 or 4 months, he started talking. He started going to the news and how he didn't like Trump and how he didn't like the U.S. at this time. You got to do everything. And so it's like, okay, Reacher season 4 is coming out, so let's start it up again.
Season 3 wasn't good, not because of anything he was saying. They just chose the wrong book to adapt for that one. That was their major issue with that. But I don't know which book they chose for the latest one.
They're supposed to be going in order, supposedly.
So what they're doing with Reacher, Reacher is very the way that the stories, all the books they're almost completely detached from one another. So in order to keep some continuity, they started picking ones that had the character Neely. So that way there was some continuity from book to book. So they skip a few.
Gotcha.
Like book 2, I forget which book they did for season 2, but like book 2 is not. They just completely skip it. And sometimes they jump back in the past when he's in the special investigators in some of the books. They're not 100% in order timeline, so they can do the same thing with the show as well.
Is that why they're making a Neely show now?
Probably. She was actually a very popular character in the first, and I think it's going to be one of those diminishing returns things. The more she's popular because when she shows up, she does cool shit.
Yeah, I like her character.
Yeah, but I think if they make just her the main character, it's not going to have the same effect as her being the one who kind of comes and fixes
the badass sidekick.
Yeah,
like how many people want?
She's Robin. It's
right.
Like Robin,
how many people watch a Robin show? Yeah. Well, here is the new trailer. Yeah, we who love that stuff, but how many everyday people want to watch a Robin?
Yeah.
Paul, about the music?
Yeah. Wow.
We should make a video about that. Every modern trailer and show uses great music.
Not only is this being shot in Toronto, because I can tell from this this.
I mean, he's CIA.
Yeah, that's that doesn't really stop anybody. The cast thing.
Well,
that's another thing that they make sure to choose. By the way, he doesn't. Not every book does he get laid. They make sure to choose ones where he has some sort of romantic interest.
Gotcha. Oh, that's another thing I just realized after watching his interview where he blew up. Alan Ritchson, only thing bigger than his muscles, his pussy.
Alan Powell, he is admitted to being on testosterone replacement therapy, so no amount of push-ups you do are going to match what he has, unless you're also on TRT.
I was gonna say he's definitely doing some serious juicing.
Oh, he's admitted to it. He said once he turned 40, he immediately got on TRT. So
wow,
and I mean, it's great to have doctors who just sign off on shit for you, right?
Yeah,
Hollywood, baby. Fletcher, bring up the super chat. See if we have any questions to answer. Blitzen, like I said in the beginning, always great to see you, my friend. Gifted 5 Georgia Giant Slayer memberships. Way to go. Thank you for that, brother. We also have a TGV Monster. Always a pleasure for $2. Hi, everyone. Howdy. Detailed Devil for $2. Courtney was 17. Oh, about the Jason Alexander. He was actually 51-year-old husband. Yeah, that was true. That was what he was making fun of, pretty much, right? Detailed Devil. Is there an age difference?
Yeah,
probably.
So I looked it up. Yeah, like I was actually going to bring that up before, but we moved on. The fact that she was married to a 51-year-old, not brought up at all in this whole thing. Just the phone thing.
So that's really what Jason Alexander was riffing on. It was the age difference.
I mean, whether or not he wrote this sketch as a way to, slap a phone on her tit is whatever. It's, there was more problems to everything around it than is being said. It's just he's the one who's taking the brunt of it. It's trust me, there's some fucked up nature to all of it.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to get close to her tit. That's why he wrote the sketch. Probably
you write a sketch, but that's the thing. It's like,
I get it, but they didn't go after the network who showed it, right? No, it was just.
Oh, it wasn't a network; it was a website.
The website. You know what I'm talking about? The production company or whoever's putting it together. Funny or Die. Blind on a rocket cycle. Always great to see you. Remember 15 months? 15 months, groovy. Yes, it is. I love seeing that. Can't believe time is how much time has passed. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for $2. Good day, y'all. Good day to you. I hope you're having a great weekend. We also have TGB Monster for $5. Hollywood needs a Les Grossman. Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he does. He would make people like Alex Kurtzman cry. The Ferengi should control Hollywood. They would be rooted the best way. By the way, I heard that Paramount is putting together a new Star Trek movie. Supposedly supposed to go in a whole different direction.
Yeah. I mean, we've heard rumors about this for a while, so I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
No Kurtzman, right? No Kurtzman.
That's the rumor, right? There hasn't been any confirmation on the Kurtzman front yet that I'm aware of. But they've been talking about they're going to be doing like a movie and a TV series and all this shit. And I don't know if it's going to work because there's been so much damage. If they just let it fly fallow for a little bit and then try in a couple of years.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we'll see. We're going to have to seriously win people back.
Oh, yeah.
There is no audience left, pretty much. No,
Yep.
They killed it. They killed it with Academy. I think that was like the stake through the heart. Detailed Devil for $2. Lawrence, just dumb, but rich and libeled. Dead to me. Yeah, I know. Lawrence has been getting a lot of airtime lately. And at Comic-Con, Kevin Feige used him in the intro bit for Ryan Gosling. Like Kevin Feige from the stage turned to him and was like, didn't you say something about something? And I can show you the clip in a minute. But thank you, Detailed Devil. I'm with you. Logan Missiak for $5. I got this weird belief that Hollywood is demonic. A lot of these famous actors who get cast for every role had to give up something to get some. Don't you remember last year when we were watching, I played that Gina Carano interview where she was asked, I think it was with Sean Ryan, she was asked, how was it when she first got to Hollywood? What things have you learned? And she started to say, well, a lot of people sell parts of themselves. And she said unholy. And she started to go further to explain, and then the subject changed. But yeah.
I think that's pretty common with going up any ladder where there's a lot of money. You tend to have to sell, maybe not physical, but you
I don't think it's like a legitimate like
your
selling of your soul. It's just that there's that piece of you have to sacrifice to be that successful. I mean, there's a good possibility that the reason why the majority of people that run Fortune 500 companies are kind of sociopathic is because they kind of have to be.
Yeah.
So
no, that's 100% correct.
Yeah.
You need to have some degree of
disconnection.
Not give a fuck about people to get to those levels.
Yeah. There was a
Kubrick made
company I
him
worked at, and our CFO, I swear to God, the guy was Satan.
Sometimes people do get through that don't have to do it though, and those are the outliers, I think.
Right.
Well, again, a lot of people always refer back to Kubrick's last movie, Eyes Wide Shut, as the quote unquote.
But the other thing too, the counter that is he was an old man, right? I mean, he was in his 70s, so it's not like him dying of a heart attack.
No, not that they knocked him off, but it was like it was his take on Hollywood.
I know there's the conspiracy theory that they
knocked him off
of Eyes Wide Shut. But
I don't believe that.
I'm trying to remember some of the authors late in their lives who kind of brought to the surface their own perversions.
Okay.
Creatively, and you go, oh, this person has been into model trains his entire life. And now he finishes things off with a model train book, The Pervert. I thought that movie was his view of how sex should be. That's my feeling, because I've read, like, again, people get old, people in power. Here we go with the power thing. And they have very similar views on, well, I mean, why shouldn't women be available to me anytime that I want? Because that's what they're used to.
Right.
And it's a power thing. I was very uncomfortable watching Eyes Wide Shut. I thought it was a bullshit movie.
Oh, you thought it was bullshit? It's only because of the history of Kubrick. The style that he had to shoot his films, only because he lived in communism where he had to layer his messages into his films. So everybody took it like every film and everything he did was sending some kind of secret message, and here's the truth.
I don't know.
That comment that you just highlighted.
Yeah, Doc Hierophant.
Yeah, that actually, if people would just listen to that,
he's
not
correct.
Throw out so many, and this applies to all aspects of life, but obviously the higher up you get a wider reach. As soon as you throw out a big statement like that, you need to pad it with something, whether you got to put some barriers on your on when you're saying something, because it will come back to bite you in the ass every time.
So is it time yet? No, it's not. I'm not even going to call that. Amazon just released at Comic-Con their latest trailer. I almost fell into the trap of calling it Lord of the Rings. And I was like, nope, I caught myself. It's Rings of Pandering.
Rings of retardation.
Yeah, Rings. And 4 months ago, they put out this statement where they stated, yes, we are happily moving forward with the rest of the series. So we're going to complete all 5 seasons, but sadly there will be no spin-offs, because they were trying to say that the only reason they could not cancel the last 2 seasons was because the contract had a $20 million season stipulation. If you cancel it, they have to pay the estate $20 million per season, so they'd owe $40 million. So I went and looked up. Well, season 2 cost $65 million per episode. So I'm like, wait a minute. If you paid them $40 million, you'd save a shitload of money.
Well, I love watching companies like shoveling large piles of money into a fire. So I'm fine with it.
Like I said, I've been working on my review of trying to wrap it up because I was sick this week, but on Nolan's Fraudessy. And one of the things that it's like when I was watching it, if I separated myself from Homer in the story, I still felt like he changed everything. And it reminded me of Rings of Power.
Because
Because
the
the
funny
very
part is Emily Wilson calling him out on the things that he
oh
changed.
god, that was beautiful. Though she takes front and center in my review, especially. But you know what's it's funny because she's calling out his bastardization of her bastardization, and then later in her interview, she actually proves why I called her out through 4 videos. She turns around and she's talking to I think the PhD who was interviewing her. And she's explaining that one of the problems she didn't use the word problem. She's saying one of the things she found in the Odyssey that she didn't like, she thought it was a great burden on Nolan, is that he had to portray Odysseus as motivated by romantic love as a all-around suburban parent instead of the man who's hunting for glory and spoils. And I'm like, I think you're flipping the stories. That's Iliad. Odysseus wanted to go home. He was motivated by love and his kid.
Well, yeah, okay. I think what she's referring to is the sacking of Troy.
Right, but he didn't live for that. Remember, he didn't want to go to war. So I was kind of like, did she even know what the hell she's talking about? Because she kept saying there was no glory in this movie. It was all about shame.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's right.
Yes, the movie was about shame, but it wasn't about glory. I'm like, what book did you read, lady?
Well, no, when he sacked Troy, took part in the sack of Troy, he reveled in it. I mean, that's
right. But she said he wanted more. The whole point of after sacking Troy was he wanted to go home. He wasn't.
Well, yeah, but I think what they were talking about is the sacking of Troy itself, right? Not
Right.
the because I mean, you saw the movie. You saw how when he was inside, he was kind of like, taken aback by the damage to the city and the killing of people and all this stuff. And that's the part I think she's criticizing. But absolutely, he was there for the glory. And when it came to, coming up with this cunning plan and finally, after 10 years, going and taking down
he was sick of
the
it.
city of Troy.
Yeah, because it's metis. Yeah, because it's called metis in Greek. Yeah. It was the absolute height of cunning and excellence in the pursuit of a just cause.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nolan flipped that all on its head, and it just reminded me.
They also completely missed out the thing that he wanted to, while he was there in Troy, he wanted to open a series of chicken joints.
Souvlaki stands? Ah, damn it.
No, chicken joints. It was
chicken kebab.
Kebab, yeah. And that was completely left out of the movie,
Yeah.
The franchising.
Yes,
well, it was going to be all fried.
The
chicken
franchising agreements will be insane.
How many black people were there, so they needed to make fried chicken joints. That's what it was.
What are you talking about? I never saw so many clerks from Motel Patel in my
favorite part is the 2 darkest people in the movie going, "We're Greeks from Ithaca."
The one Greek actor, they hired one Greek actor to speak Greek, who actually was perfect because he's like, he's asking, "Are y'all the sea peoples?" And the black guy translating for the Indian guy, this is what he said. He's like, "No, we're Greeks from Ithaca. Didn't you just hear we conquered Troy?"
That just makes me laugh so much. Oh my God.
I was like, what the hell is going on here? But so right after I watched the movie, I came home and put on Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, then Princess Mononoke back to back. It's like, I need like a cleanser. I need real storytelling.
Princess Mononoke is
like
not really a children's movie.
No, but it's very similar into its
very good movie though.
Yeah,
no, it's fantastic. I'm just animation has a certain reputation for being kid friendly, and the fact that Ghibli Studio, the first movie that I was introduced to was about the witch,
right?
And that's a wonderful kids movie. And then you start watching his other stuff, and you go, oh.
Well, I mean, if you remember, there's definitely been darker children's cartoons. I mean, just look at Watership Down. I mean, that's
sure.
I mean that was traumatic.
Yeah, traumatic.
But Miyazaki is a genius.
So genius.
Yeah. Again, see, that's where Peter Jackson, he changed characters from Tolkien's book, but maintained the spirit and the soul of the book. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong with adaptations, but I'm jumped ahead from the Odyssey.
I mean, again, in terms of the Odyssey, no one owns that book.
Right, but he should have called it his. He shouldn't have said Homer's Odyssey.
You know what? He does what he wants, and then the repercussions are owned by him.
It bugs the hell out of me because you have so many. You know
That we
how
can't
many
help.
critics I've seen who look when they're giving the review scared to call him out.
Yeah. For me, when it's somebody else's work and you're doing an adaptation, I think is where it kind of comes in when you start putting your own spin on it. That's kind of my problem. It's like if you want to make something that's like the Odyssey and put your own spin on it, there's lots of ways you could do it. You can set it. If they actually set this in modern times, nobody would care about the casting.
Would give a shit.
Nobody would give a shit. But when you're saying, yeah, I'm adapting Homer's Odyssey, and I'm changing everything about it, it's like, well, it's not Homer's Odyssey anymore now, is it?
Well, like Kirk Douglas's Ulysses or Coen Brothers' Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I think that's the perfect adaptation for a modern time. They set it in the 30s. It comes across beautifully. Yeah. Anyway, so here's Panda Rings of Power. They just released the new season, and I just got off on a tangent because it reminded me of that. Fraud. I'm gonna watch this. Like when you're thinking about a studio, season 1 ended with over 60% of the audience that tuned in for the premiere had checked out. Season 2 had half of that audience stay till the end. So now you're going to have half the half of the half. I mean, again,
well, like I said, I have
who
no
are they
problem with
making
them
this
shoveling
for?
money into a fucking fire. So
Right, but who are they actually making it for? That's
nobody, themselves.
I guess.
George, I want to give you one word.
Yes.
Hope. There you go.
Hope. You know, it has 23 producers for this show. 23.
Not enough.
No.
Well, you know, if they had 30,
that would be the number.
It would have been a masterpiece.
Gay, did you hear? Okay, there's a quote. They asked Morfydd Clark what she thought of the actor who's playing it, and she started riffing about the character from Tolkien. She's like, well, if you read the books, you can see that Celeborn, that Galadriel was a jerk to Celeborn. I'm like, what fucking book did you read? That they loved each other forever? Anyway.
Simon Pegg the Balrog.
I love it. I love it. That's hilarious.
God, talk about disappointment, man. Simon Pegg, I loved him back in the day. Now he's just like,
he's a twat.
Yeah.
I really need to reboot this damn computer so I can get my camera back. But I want to show y'all some cool stuff since we had to stick through that crap. Where'd you go? Here it is. The one thing I do like about Comic-Con, I know this is kind of geeky, but I enjoy it, are the figures for that Hot Toys puts out in different companies. That they just look cool as hell. And of course, they're releasing everything for Doomsday.
No, of course.
Which is weird in one way because it gives away certain aspects of the movie. But I know a lot of people like.
I'm pretty sure we already know it.
Yeah. But here are the Hot Toys figures that are going to be coming out. Doom. And they have Gambit from Big Head. The actors I don't like, I just don't remember their names. Cyclops, but the Throne. Is anybody excited to see the Doomsday?
Not really.
When I watched the trailer, all I could think to myself was I should be excited the whole time. I felt nothing for any of the cameos or any of not even cameos at this point because they're just characters, but I felt nothing for any of it, and that just shows you how far it's fallen.
That's pretty sad because I had watched it. I think when I first saw it, it was on Drinker. Was it Drinker? No, it was on Versus. Where it was last week. Chris Gore, and he's like, "So, what does everybody feel about it?" And I'm like, I was like, "Well, not excited." I was like, "Okay, I really don't know. I don't feel anything." I do like the way that they're showing Magneto.
No, they're actually putting them in kind of accurate costumes. I mean,
it just the thing is, it just feels so astroturfed. It doesn't none of it being brought together feels natural at this point.
Right.
Where that was what made so many of the crossovers early on feel great because they were culminations and everything that felt natural going. Now it just feels like they're just slamming shit together and hoping it sticks.
Here's the thing, because comics 10 times better than I do Dark Hour. They are including this character And I didn't hear anything about it. Galacta
Yeah, she's relatively new.
in the
She's,
movie?
I mean, I didn't even realize they were adding that, but Galacta, yeah, is Galactus's daughter.
Ah.
Yeah.
And Luna Snow?
Luna Snow is also a relatively new character. A lot of these characters, some of them are from after I really was following. I know of them, but I don't know a lot of details. But this Luna Snow is also relatively new.
So I didn't realize that Galacta was actually a thing. I thought it was like, sometimes they'll do like a gender swap to make it like a cute character.
Legit.
And call it
legit
Galacta.
daughter.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's retarded.
So is that what they're going to do? They're going to bring in Galactus and his daughter to fight Doom? I just don't remember.
I have no
that.
idea. The trailer is literally just someone opening.
Oh, that's
a toy
Marvel
box.
Rivals right there. That's not.
But they were
considered a movie.
I hope not, because there was.
Well, because if you pull it up, you can see where it says Rivals on it. So I'm pretty sure those are character designs from Marvel Rivals.
Okay. No, Rivals is underneath it. Let me show you again.
You sure?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I hope I'm wrong.
No, I think that's
See
Rivals.
Rivals underneath?
The styling does look a lot like. Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah, availability Marvel Rivals on the side. Either way, I mean, These are two characters that are from that post. A lot of people point to all new, all different Marvel as being kind of the downfall of it. It was already on the.
It was already in motion, but that was the culmination of it.
Yeah, and they're post that era.
What's that? Is that Galacta Girl?
It's
his
Galacta.
daughter.
It's his daughter.
He has a daughter.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
They've done a lot of weird shit with Galactus over the years.
That is so bad.
The universe spat out Galactus, and he shit out a daughter. So
it's not
one
even
of the
universe
best
chat.
series.
Galactus,
yeah.
One of the best comic book series of all time, and they can't do it.
Like, they don't have the ability.
Well, because you would have to acknowledge that family is important, and that you don't need to separate them.
Well, that goes against the communist narrative of having family and family being important, and the family unit being important.
You mean the same reason that Christopher Nolan left out the heart of the Odyssey with Odysseus going to the Phaeacian island and talking to Nausicaa, whose greatest speech is, what are the most important things in life? Husband, mother, child, home.
Well, no, I think the reason why they took that part out is because it wouldn't fit with the narrative that they were trying to push with him having PTSD and not wanting to go home because he felt guilty.
Right, but that's the heart of it. I mean, that he sums up because that's actually where he tells the majority of the tale. I mean,
right.
Funny enough, Homer's Odyssey is told non-linearly. It's the one.
It actually is, and it makes sense
for Nolan. But when you take the heart out of it, because that's literally where he has Demodocus, when he's just still disguised as a beggar after he talks to Nausicaa, and she takes him to the king and queen, which are her parents, and Demodocus is singing the tale. He's crying. And the king realizes, fuck, that's Odysseus. Like, why don't you tell us what's going on? But I just found that so important that he cut key scenes that spoke about family in the book. Anyway, here are more videos of the characters and what they're going to look like in Doomsday.
I mean, the costume for Doom looks really good.
It does, absolutely. It actually looks like Doom.
Considering the fact that we saw, we thought it was going to be terrible, especially after they threw Robert Downey Jr. in that, fucking spirit Halloween mask and and put him on stage. But they've put money into making them look comic accurate, which is really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's probably one of a 1,000 things they put a shit ton of money into.
But who's going to be playing Doom in
Robert
the
Downey
movie?
Jr.
Because
RDJ.
No, that is
you mean who's going to be inside the?
No. That's a side story. That is part of a separate universe that Iron Man became Doom, but not the Doom. He's not.
Oh, you're talking about Infamous Iron Man, where Doom becomes Iron Man?
Yeah. But I mean, the original Doom is the guy from Latveria. That wasn't the Robert Downey Jr. Like, are they saying They're just hired Robert Downey Jr.
I think they just hired him. If they don't show his face, then it's
stupid.
fine.
They are
But
showing his face by what I
But
understood.
that's stupid. Like, yeah, there is a storyline of Iron Man becoming or
Doom.
no, it's
becoming Doom. That is one of the comic
Doom becomes Iron Man, infamous Iron Man, because Tony Stark is dead. Right. And this takes place after the whole incursion crisis and secret wars and whatnot.
Right.
And because Doom kind of relents, to the fact that Reed is the better man. He tries to be, his face gets fixed. And so he takes on the persona of Iron Man. So it's not actually Iron Man becoming Dr. Doom. It's Dr. Doom becoming
Tony
Stark. Trying to be a better man and adopting the infamous Iron Man.
Again, it's so way down up, like it's so far into the history.
Yes.
Like what's driving me nuts is that they've just blown through decades of stories.
They had certain ones that were set up. I mean, just sticking with Iron Man for a second, they were trying to set up for an Armor Wars show for a while, and then just forgot about it. And that's one of the greatest, if not the best story ever written for Iron Man.
That and Demon in a Bottle was another one we thought they were going to be leading into.
Everybody
we never got
They did Extremis, but they did it weird.
Why race to Galactus and the Fantastic Four when there's decades of content?
So I knew a woman who was an editor for X-Men for a while, and she used to tell me that basically all they do now, if they've become IP farms, they are now making comics specific to what they want the story narrative to be.
So they can farm it.
So they can farm it. Exactly. It has nothing to do with doing the good shit anymore.
1 second. When y'all talk about this, I'm gonna reboot. So keep it going. I just need 1 minute so I can get my camera back.
I would just like to throw out anybody who's still interested in comics. I mean, just try to support, creator-owned comics if you can. Those tend to be way better anyway. Anything that like Jeff Johns has one, Rook Exodus, really good. Anything like that. That's really what you should try to, because they're less politically driven for the most part. I shouldn't say that, because they still have political views of their own, but they're less agenda driven generally.
Yeah.
I think one of the worst things, and I have two good friends who are actually were major Marvel and DC artists. I won't mention their names. But again, none of these people feel like they have a home, and they'd like to keep drawing. It's not like they've completely burned out and they're done. They just feel that they can't. No one's interested in what they have to offer, and these are two of the best in the business.
Should you support comic stores? I mean, if you have a good comic store in your town, I would suggest it. It's not their fault that Marvel and DC.
You could buy it back issues by supporting. That's a good way of supporting your comic stores, to go in and buy back issues, because they make all the money off the back issues. They, you don't have to buy new, and if there's other stuff there that you like that's not comic book related, you can support them that way. Yeah. It's like the comic store in my town, Heroes and Fantasies, like a third of their store is comics, and the rest is toys, collectible toys. I'm not gonna say tabletop, some tabletop stuff, but it's like card games and miniatures and stuff like that.
Yeah, some stores are big enough to support. Some of them, sometimes you have like a comic store, game store combined, which is pretty cool. Because then they might even host, weekly.
They do tournaments there.
Yeah, they do tournaments for things. Honestly, I always say support your local stores. It's not their fault. The product they are giving is not their fault. And sometimes it sucks, because occasionally they will be locked into contracts to contractually buy a certain amount of shitty books and sit on them, and it's horrible for them. So if you can go to it's always the back. It's usually the back room. It's the back issues are usually in long boxes. Just find the good shit. Go look it up. I do it on my Discord server all the time. I give people lists of stuff to go look up, whether it be a graphic novel or individual issues, and that's really where you're going to get the good stories. And that's the best part, is those are almost pure profit at this point for those. That's why they can sell them at a lower rate, because they've been sitting on them for years. They're just whatever,
Yeah. When I was going to my shop and I was talking to one of the guys that worked there, and we talk about all the time how like the owner of Heroes and Fantasies has like a warehouse filled with like modern comics that nobody wants to buy. And it's like, then
For
just
a little
get rid
while,
of them.
DC's Absolute was doing pretty good, and then they started sucking too.
You mean Absolute Batman?
Yeah, Absolute Batman, Absolute. It was at first it was pretty. A lot of them were pretty cool, and then they started. Once they added a shit ton and it diluted it more. The stories started to become not as good.
What was it? I'm trying to remember that run that they did after. It's like I'm totally forgetting the time periods now.
Yeah, it's pretty much after 2009, 10, 11, it starts to all mold into one crap.
Rebirth actually started off really well.
Well, Rebirth was an extension of New 52, and they fixed a lot of the issues from New 52, and then they completely got rid of it.
Then they effed it up again. Yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, New 52 is the other era, which was what things went kind of wonky. When they removed Superman's trunks and whatnot.
One of the issues with New 52 was because they put it all under Jeff Johns, who I love his work, but he was so committed to keeping certain storylines going, specifically Green Lantern. He didn't reboot that one. That just kept going straight through from Blackest Night. And then everybody else got a reboot, and they're just the same story. And it was such a weird amalgamation. It was like a patchwork quilt of storylines.
Right.
I cannot tell you how good it feels to have the camera working again.
I will say this about
and
these
when
toys,
I can't see myself and moving my hands, I feel like I'm losing a sense.
George's narcissism's coming out. He's like, I need to be able to see myself in the video.
But George, you don't look like an Indian, and I heard that the Indians are the closest thing to how Greeks actually looked.
Yes, and I don't own a Mattel either. But
I will say this about these. The thing I do love about the fact that these action figures and you're seeing the stuff in the trailer, we're finally seeing that. So for years it was that comic accurate costumes won't look good on screen, and that was always, and we always knew, like guys like me in Comics Division, we always knew that was bullshit. Yeah, and I think the best example is probably going to come up in a second here. The Cyclops. Cyclops' costume. They modified it slightly. They took the yellow trunks away. But it still looks good.
Yeah.
Cyclops. So he should be right. I think he's right. Yeah, right there. Like, they took his yellow trunks away, but let's see. Yeah, but it still looks really good.
No, it does look good. But what I didn't know is I didn't know the Sentinels were going to be in the film.
Yeah.
You almost can't have X-Men without Sentinels. At this
point.
But
which Doom is it? That's when I stopped reading. When he becomes White Doom, he good guy. I was like,
that's infamous Iron Man.
Yeah,
I predict it's going to end with Squirrel Girl dealing with Doom, because that's one of the storylines.
What's her name from the?
Are you being serious?
The AT&T commercials.
Yeah, the AT&T girl was supposed to. What's her name?
Yeah, right.
She was supposed to play Squirrel Girl, and then she opted out.
It's not going to be Sydney Sweeney.
No, actually, no. The girl who was from the AT&T commercials was like a perfect cast.
Oh my god!
Yeah, she was.
Nice tatas on.
Yeah, she's got a pretty big rack.
I love.
Don't talk about him though. You'll get banned.
Yeah.
Social media.
Squirrel Girl is one of the people who actually defeated Doom. Ant-Man did.
Did she squirrel him?
She beat Galactus.
She grabbed everybody. She beat Thanos. It's because no one takes her seriously. That's the thing is everyone underestimates her.
I can't say that. What's her superpower?
She controls squirrels.
Yeah.
And
but like it's a lot of squirrels. Like I don't think you understand. You're underestimating how many squirrels.
No, but it's a squirrel.
Like anything in a large amount is scarier.
Yeah, I know, but squirrel
500,000 squirrels is scarier than a shark because there's
if you're not taking yourself seriously and it's being irreverent. I mean, you can get away with like her taking down like these top tier villains as a joke, right? Because they just get mauled by squirrels. And it'd be funny and cute, but it's like they really tried making her a thing.
Yeah,
really. Well, this was also released because you were talking about Ultimate. Was that what you were saying? Dark Hour?
Absolute. Yeah, that's Absolute Batman right there. Yeah.
I never read that, so it's after.
It was cool at first, and then it started. It was right when they introduced Bane, and
isn't that about
really
like a
weird issue where they turned him into? I can't even.
Isn't he a poor Batman basically, and he has to make it?
Yeah, but not really. He still has like a giant garbage truck that's a Batman. Like, how'd you afford a garbage truck that you modified and?
Gotcha. So I always thought it was the poor Batman. Okay.
So it's poor in the sense that he's not a billionaire, but he still has cool tech. Yeah.
Okay. Here is, you know what I've been excited to see my whole life? Remember William Gibson, Shadowrun? Who inspired Shadowrun?
That trailer looks amazing.
They actually have made, I will say,
Molly in the trailer looks amazing.
Yeah, the first.
That is the way she
Shadowrun.
is described in the book.
Yep. William Gibson, who probably doesn't get enough credit, has invented more words that we use on a daily basis.
Correct.
Than anyone else, especially in our tech time. But
funnily enough, I think he does not understand tech at all.
Oh, Gibson? No, he's kind of a Luddite.
No,
Yeah, when-
he is. I think Neil Stephenson wrote Snow Crash to tell Gibson, "You're a fuck. You really know dick all about."
No, he doesn't. I mean, when he wrote that, he wrote it on a typewriter. The man is a bit of a Luddite.
he is, but the way he does, I mean, he's prescient. A Luddite who's that prescient.
He's a futurist.
Okay.
But all that stupid shit about overfilling the hard drive stuck in the guy's brain, like, it drove me nuts.
Yeah,
I like Gibson.
No, I get it, and he's Mr. Vocabulary.
Mona Lisa over. He reminds me of oh my god of.
Well, that's one thing I'm concerned about. Is are they just going to do like one season and then move on to Count Zero and then do Mona Lisa Overdrive?
Mona Lisa Overdrive, but they're bringing.
Are they trying to make this like a series? Because Neuromancer is one book. As much as it's a trilogy, the protagonist in each story is different.
I know, but they're bringing Picasso in. I was speaking to a friend of mine. They're actually going to flush out Picasso, and it looks like they're going to make a series. The one guy who worked for the corporations, who was their assassin. But I've been wanting to see because the last crack at it was Keanu Reeves, wasn't it?
Well, that was Johnny Mnemonic, which was a short story.
That was That was a terrible movie.
It was. Remember the dolphin?
Yeah, that's I think in the story.
It is, but they didn't.
Into a movie? Did anyone?
Snow Crash? No, they haven't done Snow Crash.
No,
and they'll never do Cryptonomicon. I mean, if you want just an amazing book, George, read Cryptonomicon.
Okay, I'll read
Snow
that.
Crash.
I've never read
hilarious.
Snow Crash.
Oh, it's great. Snow Crash is great.
I love
Feels
it.
dated now.
Yeah,
but I actually thought that he wrote that as an antithesis to William Gibson.
Yeah.
I actually felt like,
Okay.
that was his kind of response to Gibson's non-understanding of technology. But
I just love all the Babylonian references in the book.
Yeah, it's great. Well, the pizza box with the timer is my favorite.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a big hit for Apple.
Well, it
They don't
looks
fuck
good.
it up.
Yeah, this looks great. Someone mentioned, where's the trans person Apple's going to stick in? Apple's going to fuck this up.
Oh, let me
just
tell
know
you,
it.
the trans person, by the way, is ending up in Blade Runner. In the Blade
Oh,
Runner.
no.
series.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a joke.
Hunter Schafer.
Oh, you didn't know that? The co-leads, because they announced the co-leads. It's Michelle Yeoh and Hunter Schafer.
Yeah, it's a joke.
But you know what's screwed up? I only found it by accident. If you were to go search, like right now, you go to Google and you're like Amazon series Blade Runner, see what news comes up. It's just going to say 2 co-leads: Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, Variety, anyone. If you write trans actor co-lead in any way, there are no stories, just posts. No one will write anymore like, okay, trans actor has been cast in this role. It's just Hunter Schafer, co-lead.
Technically, that's the way it should be.
Right, but I think they're doing it for a different reason.
Oh, for sure. And he's going to be working his ass off to act in this. This is going to be the most painful show to watch. And is Hunter Schafer playing a replicant? Because
No.
that's what
Hunter Schafer's playing a human pretending to be a replicant.
But
Yes,
he's
that's
a
right.
replicant in real life.
Right.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
it's
yes,
a replicant whose time is running out and has to becomes
Well,
a
that's
Blade
Michelle
Runner.
Yeoh's character. She
How about
basically has
both?
like several days to live. Where Hunter Schafer's character is supposed to be a human pretending to be a replicant.
I thought it was in reverse.
No.
Because it said both are co-leading it.
Well, they are co-leading it, but
Okay.
her Michelle Yeoh's character is the
The
replicant.
replicant.
And basically she's the Blade Runner, and then you have Hunter Schafer's character who is a human pretending to be a replicant.
How did
And-
Ridley Scott sign off on this crap?
He's just producing. He doesn't fucking care. He's just getting
No,
a paycheck.
Cash.
He's
Yeah.
got money.
But when
You need more money.
you need more.
Yeah.
Jay Fraser nails.
Well, they keep trying to make it a franchise, which it's not, and that's kind of the problem.
It's the quote from Spaceballs. We're not doing it for money. We're doing it for a shitload of money.
So Schaefer's going to be the first transdoid.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the funny thing about it is that people are like, "Oh, I can't believe that people complain about a trans person in a cyberpunk." It's like, this is as much as there's cyberpunk things to Blade Runner, it's not cyberpunk.
No, Blade Runner's no.
Yeah,
not at all. Let's watch it.
What am I doing here?
That's a good question.
Purpose is everything. You're scared. We all are.
Fucking Molly. Holy shit, that's amazing.
She looks great though.
She does.
I would like to know how much input, if any, Gibson has on this. Has on this.
I don't know.
Because I don't know. Amazon is weird. This is Apple. But they were hit or miss. And
the other thing too, this is one of those adaptations where you don't need to change Molly because she's already a badass in the book. She is the Solo in the story. She is the muscle. And there's like no need for you to go and, girl boss, they're already girl. I'm not gonna say she's a girl boss. She's not. I mean, she's a
badass.
She's massively hardwired. I mean, she has, alt reflexes and all the, other augmentations like her the razors that she has at her fingers. And, she also has the
deck. Didn't she have a deck?
No. That's him. That's I can't remember the main protagonist, but yeah, Molly has the mirrored eyes. All that. I mean, she looks amazing. That looks like how the character is described.
Cool.
Makes you so special.
I'm the best console man around. I steal data in cyberspace.
So the whole thing with his character, I'm curious to see how they do that because at the very beginning of the book, basically his body is fucked and he's like being regenerated over the period of I think like 2 years or something like that. And part of the issue is that he can't run anymore because when they rebuilt him, I think they put something in him to prevent him from running. It's been a couple years since I read the book, but
it's been a few years since didn't he go to Chiba to have the surgery?
Yeah, he went to Chiba
Japan.
plays a huge part of it. Yeah. But the whole thing is that he's not able to run anymore.
Okay.
Guess we'll find out.
That's wrong.
Which is why he takes this job.
Turn it up.
See you on the other side.
Jack.
It's odd. I feel like Keanu Reeves should be in it for some reason. I don't know. I just do. I
don't know who the actor is, but he looks great.
He's been in a couple of things lately. I just don't.
No, it's not more girl boss. That is literally the character of Molly. She is the muscle. And again, it's because she's very heavily cyberized.
They show you this is not someone who pulled a ray and like, hey, I found a light.
No, I mean she's like a legit merc.
There's always ways around the girl boss stuff, and one of the best ways to do it is to hyper, modify a body.
Yes. Right, but it makes sense, especially in the book. If they translate that, it's not someone who's like, I am a master. It's somebody who gets created that way and made this way. I mean, there's a price to pay for it. But I think I'm looking forward to that. You got to get going, Paul.
I do. I have.
Okay. We're going to be a few moments. No problem. Thank you so much, my friend, for showing up. What you got coming out this week? You want to share with everybody?
I have the usual stuff. I mean, things come up. I'm doing. I did a green light or nod on Will Ferrell's latest golfing exercise.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's a terrible show. Terrible show.
No, I want to watch you on it.
Oh yeah, you can do that. You watch my video. That's good.
Yeah.
It's utterly unfunny series. And I did a polling news item on a whole bunch of things. Sophie, Minnesota,
Dude, I love appalling news.
Hell yeah. Appalling news.
Men
there's a new
make the
appalling
best
news out.
women.
Yes,
Yeah.
men make the best women. So, so an appalling news is out today. Please go and support that. And I have Sophie Cunningham on the thumbnail.
Oh.
And that's hard to view. That is a very
Painful.
painful.
Case. That's right. His name is Case.
And that's that. I you know what? Stuff keeps going on. I've stopped doing anything to do with
The Odyssey?
the Odyssey. I did 2. That was it. I'm done.
I've done 5, and now I got to do my review. I've been working on it slowly.
And putting it off. But you're an expert. You're Greek. So other than that, I just continue to have fun, and I continue to watch and support you guys. You guys are great. I really enjoy being here.
The Odyssey comes through the breast when we're getting milk as a baby. See, it's pours in.
We'll see.
All right.
I do have a TV guide video coming up.
Cool.
I'm working on that. 1990.
I like that.
So did anyone watch Gabriel's Fire?
Yes.
1990s.
It was a good show.
It was. It lasted only 1 season.
Which one was that about? That's not the one where he's an angel. Am I thinking?
No.
No, Gabriel's Fire? No.
He comes out of jail. And,
no, I haven't seen that one.
He's a cop who spent the last 20 years in prison for shooting his partner, who happened to be bad. He happened to be, did need to be shot. And did anyone watch? The Flash came out in 1990.
That was a good show too.
That was great. Lasted 1 season. Loved it. It was
fun.
Great.
It was fun.
And then, did anyone remember WIOU?
No.
That one I don't remember.
In 1990, so I don't remember shit.
Anyways, yeah, you weren't even born, Dark Hour.
I was born. I was 2.
I'll tell you one thing I have been dying to tell you all week, Paul, just to see your reaction. That's why I was thinking, which was the one that the father on Little House on the Prairie, he played an angel. Remember, he'd go week to week.
Oh,
what was that called?
Well, there was the bearded guy. Are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Where he's an angel. And
Highway to Heaven.
Highway to Heaven. They're remaking it.
Yeah, they are.
They are making the
They're remaking Little House on Prairie, which he's in also, and then they're remaking Highway to Heaven.
Highway to Heaven with a female angel.
No, they need to remake My Favorite Martian and I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie. You couldn't do that today. I Dream of Jeannie, David.
And Barbara.
Well, you'd have to make it ironic. You'd have to it would have to be very tongue in cheek about her outfits, and so that's the only way you can get it greenlit today.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I love the old days where you have the flying nun. Even
the flying nun.
They like just the stuff they came up with back in the heyday of TV was just, even when it's crap, it was like great.
And they're also looking at rebooting Smokey and the Bandit.
Well, Pedro Pascal would, he looks the part.
They didn't say who, but Smokey and the Bandit as a series, though. I just don't see it working as a series.
We need new stuff. Anyway, gentlemen,
all righty.
Love you all. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Here's Paul. Take care, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
We'll take a couple of these, and then we'll do one more thing, and we'll be out of here today. A little short. Blind and Rocket Cycle. Thank you, brother. For $5, Galactic. Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing. Could you imagine a giant girl walking around with a skirt in the age of cell phone cameras?
They play her character as like perpetually childlike, though.
Yeah, but that'd be weird if she's 200-300 stories tall and you're underneath. Yeah. That's not a good.
No, but that's what it's very, Japanese schoolgirl style that they go with. It tells you a lot about the characters, the way they design it.
Detailed double for $5. Odyssey on plane. Jail. Violates Geneva Convention. I agree. Choice. Break rocks in broiling sun or watch. Stuck in sheet in AC. Eyelids popped open. Give me sledge. I felt halfway through the movie that I was in Clockwork Orange. I did. I was like, what did I do to deserve this? I'm in a recliner that smelled like feta feet. And I'm watching this stupid movie. And I'm like, come on, give me a moment, something. And then when I hear Matt Damon turn to, saying Sinon is the greatest Greek warrior he's ever known, I'm like, is this a comedy? I mean, literally, I feel like I'm in a Python sketch.
I mean, you kind of are.
I was like, what reality did I drop in? But I think I realized it. I've been watching a lot of these interviews with the cast. And there's been a new through line this week. Tom Holland kind of started it. And he's like, a lot of people view Chris as a celebrated director, but did you know he's a celebrated writer? And Hathaway repeats, like, writer. And I'm like, is he literally? I feel like he's trying to connect himself for all time to Homer. Like, you talk a Homer, you have to talk about Nolan.
I feel like those interviews, he's off on the side of the camera holding cue cards and a gun. Just like,
yeah.
I wrote these cue cards. Talk about how good my writing is.
I couldn't believe it. It crossed 600 million. I did not think
I can believe it.
I did not believe it would cross 600 or 700. I just didn't. Especially when you
didn't think Oppenheimer was going to either, and then it.
Oppenheimer, I really did because of the Barbie effect. I understood that. Not the movie, but it's slow. I watched it. I enjoyed it, but it was to me a one-off. I'm never going to see it again. But the thing about that, I really thought more people, once they saw the story, like if you separate Homer, if no one knew anything, like we were all mind wiped, it was boring. It's a depressing story. Like literally, it's depressing.
I am so glad I had zero investment and felt no need to cover it at all. So, that's
You're
basically
lucky.
where I found myself. I was like, I'll let all the people who actually care cover this one.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky. Greek Light for $50. Wow. Thank you very much, Greek Light. Keep up the great work. Being honest and real. If being honest and real. Oh, keep up the great work. I think it was being honest.
I think it's supposed to be of.
Cool. I appreciate it. I appreciate
a
it.
super chat and you've made a typo.
Yeah.
And you can't go back and fix it. I'm like, if I paid you money, let me fix it, please.
What else do we have here? There was something I wanted to share. Man, I can't realize how run down I was this week from the cold, but I'm glad to be back.
It added some like raspiness to the voice.
It did. It's just, it has screwed my, this week screwed me up. I wanted to have my review out earlier. I was just, every time I started working on it, about a half hour, an hour later, I'd just be wiped. Oh, Michael Mann, the release. I want to show this. Michael Mann's Manhunter is being re-released in 4K. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'm going to play the little clip from it. I love Michael Mann. Or I did. I haven't done anything to not earn that.
This is what going to tonight. Intruder entered through kitchen sliding door. Blonde hair, strong, size 12 shoe imprint. I'm not find you, God damn it. I want you to help me, Dr. Lecter.
I might consider it.
To understand his motive, you have to know his illusions, his dreams. Killing and arranging the people to imitate it.
He's after you now, isn't he?
Why does it feel good, Dr. Lecter?
It feels goodwill because if one does what God does enough times, one will become as God is.
Just you and me now, sport.
Michael Mann. Great director. And they're making Heat 2 now.
I always liked Brian Cox's version.
Oh, yeah.
Lecter. It was a different, obviously, I mean,
he was cold. He was
it was
Anthony Hopkins was brilliant, but he was trying to be charming.
He was theatrical. Like,
yeah,
Hopkins was, theatrical, whereas, Brian Cox's version was, very much, it felt like a serial killer that had been locked away for a very long time and had his interaction skills had been, I always loved Manhunter. I think it's better than Red Dragon. Red Dragon is a little bit more, obviously has a higher production value. And I think it was, if I recall correctly, it was a little bit more accurate to the book, but, Manhunter and, Noonan plays a great, villain in that. He's a very underrated actor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Have you ever seen him in, I think it was his first major film with William Dafoe? where he was an FBI agent going after William Dafoe's character who was printing money to, I think it's Live and Die in LA is what it's called.
Nah,
I've watched it a few. Yeah, you should check it out.
check it out. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant movie. Here now, the good news I will say about the Fraudessy is that it has motivated Elon Musk. Two things are going on. One, he has promised to make a feature-length, full-length movie of the Odyssey that is historically accurate, and he's doing it in AI. And someone challenged him to give $100 million to Mel Gibson to do what he did to Apocalypto and the Passion of the Christ.
I think he would have been a great choice to direct the Odyssey.
Yeah. Again, he used Yucatan Maya language.
That's to play Mayans. I mean, that's
come on. He used he didn't go for the stars, and look how much money it made. Because you buy a ticket not to see
it looked authentic.
Yes, it was authentic. That's the whole point. You buy a ticket not to see yourself on screen. You buy an invitation to visit worlds, meet heroes, to experience something that you've only dreamed about. And now we got this. He was sharing a clip that someone made using Grok engine. And he's like, this is just the beginning. He's going to use, he said Grok, obviously. Of course, Hollywood is freaking out, one actor after the other. Producers, directors all shitting on him, saying he's the, head incel, uncultured barbarian.
The incel that has lots of kids.
Yeah.
It's because it's become a catch-all phrase for.
Oh, it's just like calling someone a dick, right? It's nothing more than an insult, or you can translate to persons whose opinion I don't agree with, right? It's the same thing with Nazi. That's basically what it means now.
Yeah, but it's even dumber because it's easily debunked.
Yeah,
that's the funny part. Like it's hard to debunk being called a Nazi because like you'd have to go and check someone's, if they have any paraphernalia. Like if you see somebody has kids, clearly they get laid.
Yeah, well, that's the funny part is that whenever you mentions like that you're married, because someone called me an incel, and someone responded, "Aren't you married?" I was like, "Yeah," but that's not like they fucking care. And then they had to move the goalpost to, "Oh, well, you beat your wife then." And it's like, whatever.
What?
In fairness, technically, just being married does not mean that you aren't celibate, but it's an implication that there's at least something going on there.
Yeah.
But I think this was, none of that sticks or even matters to Elon Musk. And I think the best thing is that he's now been motivated because he despised Nolan's Odyssey from the beginning. He didn't like what they did with it. And now he's going to be investing in Gibson and in a full featured length AI. So here, take a look at it. He liked this the most that someone had shared with him. What Musk had shared. And of course, you have Hollywood reacting. I think the reason they despise Musk is because he can accomplish anything that he wants to. And Musk is now doubling down on AI. And he's like, okay, Hollywood has kind of proven itself. They want to destroy our culture. He's like, nope, no big deal. We now have to make sure that AI wipes out.
Well, I think part of my issues with AI when it comes to like live action is that you definitely kind of get that kind of uncanny valley, a little bit of it. Like you can tell it's not real. Where I think it would accelerate at is animation. Like if you've seen was it
rotoscoping? You mean like rotoscoping animation?
No, like animated as in cartoons type stuff. Like if you've seen any I think it's anime psyop stuff. That looks amazing. It looks like great manga.
Yeah, but I've also
seen great anime.
2 anime pieces. I'll send you the clip. I showed it to Paul and Verbal a few weeks ago on the show. And I didn't say it was AI. I'm like, watch this new trailer. It's the first AI film that was accepted at the Tribeca Film Festival. I showed it and they're like, wow, that seems powerful. I go, that's AI. And you couldn't tell. You had to go over it again. The person who made it for $4,000 in less than 60 days, full film. But it was about Iran. It's like he had just been there.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they worked on it was brilliant. So now you have Hollywood again reacting. And I think they're reacting because they view Musk as a killer app, somebody who's is out to destroy their industry. It's like Coleman Domingo goes off on
destroying the run industry, to be fair.
I agree, but they don't view it that way. And it says Coleman Domingo goes off on Elon Musk over his plans to create a historically accurate AI version of the Odyssey. Now Elon Musk is planning to create what he calls a historically accurate version of the Odyssey using his Grok AI. And by historically accurate, he goes on to say an incel version. Doctor Strange director says Elon Musk doesn't know shit about cinema after Musk vows to make AI Odyssey. His opinions are worthless on art.
Was that the
Except he's going to put them to shame, probably.
Yeah.
Was that the Doctor Strange director from the second Doctor Strange? Because I would argue that guy has no idea what anything about.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see which one.
Oh, come on, Doctor Strange is absolute cinema.
First one was good. First one was solid. The second one was complete.
No,
trash.
it was garbage. I was being snarky.
Scott Derrickson. And then it goes, Jimmy Kimmel tells Elon Musk to stay in your lane.
No. Man can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Absolutely. You know who is a real Odysseus for me on screen? Forget Armando Sante. I love the Hallmark Channel. $32 million still did Odysseus, but was Ralph Fiennes in The Return. If you haven't seen that, I go back and forth. I recommend like 90% of the movie and half of The Slaughter of the Suitors. It's brilliant. What my problem with it is they again used Emily Wilson's translation, half of it, for the suitor scene, and they have Penelope reacting differently. Outside of that, Ralph Fiennes is brilliant in it.
That's right. Raimi did do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I forgot they slapped his name on it. He did barely anything to it. Now I recall.
Right, but he worked out, and when you look at him, just putting the bow together, you see a man he looks like he's been at sea for 20 years. He's also jacked, but he has that weathered.
He also looks like he's been in the sun for 10 years.
Right, but I'll say
Ray Fiennes always looks older when he needs to. It's great.
Get back to your place.
But it's beautiful. I know I told you to skip it because I keep going back and forth. Because Binoche doesn't...
what does the Queen think?
It's just that he does personify a great Odysseus. She doesn't personify...
the bow.
Which is this the Return?
The Return, yeah. He embodies Odysseus. He does not embody Penelope, not because of the actress, because of the dialogue and the way the director filmed it. She gets upset at the slaughter of the suitors. That's not the Odyssey. They're happy. They're reunited. They restore order. That's why I said that's my only problem with this film is the way they handle the aftermath.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, Captain Krypton. It is less deconstructionist, except for Penelope's reaction to the slaughter. But they also don't show the hanging of the servants by Telemachus. Of course, no one seems to want to focus on that. Come on, doesn't that look like Odysseus that you've heard about, Dark Hour? Like a guy who's been there for 20 years.
He looks like a dude who, he's weathered. He's clearly in shape. You know what it reminds me of? I always think when anybody should look island shape, I always kind of base it on what they did with Tom Hanks with Castaway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's your body type because you're not getting massive amounts of protein. You shouldn't be like jacked or anything. So you should be lean. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Mm. But the
it's just what were you going to say to comics?
Oh, I was going to say, but the one thing is that Emily Wilson certainly does deserve all the criticism she gets.
Oh yeah,
but she does understand the material, unlike Nolan.
Yeah, her perspective is so skewed, though. It's no, she's obviously fluent in Homeric Greek, but now she's updating her Odyssey again.
Look at
the old
soldier.
I wonder if it's because of the criticisms.
I think it's because of the movie. I think her publisher probably called and said, "Hey, money."
I mean, he just looks. Well, the funny thing is, there's like another translation that just got released recently too.
Yeah. I will say this: Laurence Olivier, before he died, and it's in his memoir, said there are certain roles that an actor should not take. Like he played King Lear twice in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Said once in his 30s and then again once in his 70s. But he said it's a role that you should not play until you've lived long enough to understand it, because you can't act experience. You need a certain amount of experience. He goes to play King Lear. And that's one of the other reasons why in the Odyssey, it's like Matt Damon for me didn't feel like Odysseus. Forget again the dialogue. I just saw Massachusetts Matt. When I look at Ralph Fiennes, without saying a word, I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel Odysseus emoting off of it.
Yeah.
I just don't think Matt Damon is old enough, not in age, because he's roughly about the same age people estimate.
No, I mean he should have been like in his 50s by that time period.
Right, but
when he got back.
You have to have a little suffering in life, 25 years being pampered.
Yeah.
I don't think it helps you to pull that off.
That's why I was saying, like, certain actors are willing to do things to their body that make them look as though they are either malnourished or,
right.
And then there's other ones who are not. And you shouldn't take, if you're going to take a role that requires you look like you were off in a shitty situation for an extended period of time, you should at least attempt to look as though you weren't eating at like restaurant, like Michelin
five-star restaurants.
Recently, there's no, it's like two
Christian Bale and The Machinist, dude. I mean, that guy.
Oh my god!
I don't know how the hell he did pull that off. That's
so
insane.
The way there's actually documentation as to how he does that stuff to his body. It's actually insane. He would eat one apple and drink coffee all day. That's all he did. He would start his day with a single apple and then I guess just shit his brains out from coffee all day. That's my guess. And I don't know what he was shitting out. He was just shitting out coffee.
Wasn't it the opposite though for De Niro in The Untouchables when he had to play Al Capone? He had to gain like 80 pounds.
He did it multiple times because he also gained weight for
Hey, Soul Assassin. Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. He gained weight for as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember an interview years ago. He said for The Untouchables, he just went through Italy, like drove through Italy eating.
But Christian Bale is like especially good at it because he bounces back and forth so much. He went from Machinist to Batman Begins, then he went back down in weight for where he was Fighter, right? No.
Which you're talking about where he was, the boxer.
And then he gained weight back, like he gained muscle mass. What he does to his body doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
It's crazy. Let's finish this and then we should be done. We'll have one more trailer. I mean, if you watch the movie Ever Dark Hour, I don't recommend it. But when you compare this scene and just remember how you have Damon not only does the bow, shoots it, you're going to crack up laughing.
I'll just wait till the scenes are available on YouTube and do a comparison.
They're already out there on Twitter. I mean,
I want I want HD versions. I don't want someone who recorded it in the theater though.
Well, no, some of them are actually not terrible versions. I'm not sure where they got it from, but
did you see? Okay. Comics, how he was shooting the bow. What the hell was that?
Well, and that's the thing is this is supposed to be like a very strong bow to pull back, and people are saying, no, that's exactly how he would fire. It's like, no, he's not even aiming it. And it's like, and if this is like a bow that takes a lot of effort to draw, you're not going to do a half drawn fire. You have to pull all the way back because there gets to a point where you have to sight the damn bow. That's what it comes down to. You can't just shoot it from the hip like this, right? and there's no freaking way he's going to be pulling it like that.
It was supposed to be a great bow, by the way. This looked like a, I don't know, compound. It was just odd. It was just weird.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's supposed to be a great bow.
So, Equilibrium's a really good movie.
Hell yeah.
That's a fantastic movie.
It just it came out after
Gun Fu
Matrix and stuff, so it was.
Wasn't that the first case of like Gun Fu?
Yeah, that was like the first.
Well, it wasn't the first case of Gun Fu has been around for a long time, going back to.
Well, I mean, okay, like there's like a lot of Hong Kong stuff is Gun Fu, but you could say like the first like Americanized Gun Fu movie.
It doesn't.
Minus
it's
the Matrix.
Funny because it doesn't actually make any sense when you think about Gun
I know.
It's like
it's just fun.
I aim here, the person's going to be there. Not like there's going to be a wall or anything.
But you remember how his hands when he did that scene where he's in the white suit, and when he'd run out, when his pistols would run out of ammo, how
he would shoot them out and he would. Yeah, it was so cool. That movie was so much.
Yeah, it's if you know anything about guns, it's super not realistic.
Yeah,
but
of course,
it's just badass to look at.
Just putting a 50 caliber pistol behind your head and pulling the trigger with no ear protection
of
whatsoever
course.
is.
Yeah,
nothing is going to happen. No, it was fun to watch though.
And apparently, I was also wrong about his diet. Apparently, for specifically for the machinist, it was tuna. Maybe it was for Fighter. He did the apples thing. I know there was one time I read a thing where he did nothing but eat an apple in the morning.
Wow. Did you catch that, comics?
Where he plucks it?
Yeah, but did you hear it? Listen again and see who ripped the scene off.
Yeah.
Because they've been talking about it all week in interviews.
Yeah.
How he wanted to be original. Oh, did you hear a harp there?
No.
I heard a little bit.
Yeah, there's a harp there. And Nolan was trying to say that was his idea.
I mean, as long as Nolan says it's his idea, it's clearly his idea. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if somebody
Who's
else
going
did
to
it
question
first.
that? And she looks more appropriately aged.
Yeah, for Penelope.
Penelope.
Yeah, of course. It's been 20 years. Not supposed to look Botoxed and lip fillered.
Yep.
See, that's a great bow.
There's something like intimate about the way he does this whole bow.
Yeah.
Because
it's his bow.
Yeah,
Nobody can fire it. It's his. He made it.
He's treating it like a person.
Yep.
It
Now
itself
go watch
is a
the
character.
scene online. Go watch the same scene online. Tell me if you feel the same thing. It's
I'll
he
check
just
it
kind
out
of
later.
he kind of just grabs it. This is like it's a part of him.
Yeah, no, I would
Yeah.
say it's treated like a character.
Yep.
It itself is a character.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's why I say I was torn. I would recommend this, then not recommend it, then recommend it. Because everything up until this point to me is perfect. It's a little slow for a lot of people because it doesn't focus on the worst, just his return to Ithaca. But it's Penelope's reaction afterwards that torques me. But other than that, I recommend the movie. The last thing I'm going to show you is let's just fucking skip that. That's crap. I was going to show you the Blade Runner trailer, but no.
I don't understand why they're still trying to milk Blade Runner.
Because they're trying to make it a franchise. That's why.
It's
It's not.
no. I mean, what was it? The 2049 was the last one.
Yeah, this
2049.
is supposed to be, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, comics 50 years after 2040.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 50 years. Yeah, it's 2099.
Like the last one wasn't terrible, but it was unnecessary, and you could just feel the lack of necessity as you're watching it.
Yep.
Where the hell did it go? Oh, did you know that Supergirl goes on digital release Tuesday?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, they're not making any money in the theaters. I mean,
no, but a month after its release, like, damn.
There used
Oh, I
to
mean,
be.
then Superman.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say there used to be like contracts for how long they had to stay in theaters. Now they don't
Yeah.
have that anymore.
Well, and I think it's like, a movie should stay in theater as long as it's making money. I mean, that totally makes sense.
There
Like,
used to be a minimum window. There was a whole. For a while, I was writing a script on this, and it just became too much of a. The script became so long. I was like, "This is a real documentary. I can't do this as like a short video."
Right.
There used to be like legitimate windows that were contractual. There was negotiations between the theaters, their representatives, and the movie studios, and now they've shrunk them to the point where sometimes you'll see a movie out for 2 weeks and not like something that was specific for that. It's crazy how they want theaters to basically die.
Yeah.
They want to kill them.
See, that's why I think a lot of them are praising.
no, it's because they don't
Nolan.
have to share the money with them. That's the thing right there.
Yeah,
Well,
He-Man
think
is
about
already
it.
on streaming. Yeah, but that's also that Amazon did that themselves. There's a little bit of strangeness to that one. Like they realistically, if they wanted to, could have just released that directly onto their platform. They chose not to.
I agree with that. But it's the same reason I think a lot of Hollywood is praising Nolan, save the industry. Anyway, this was released the other day at Comic-Con. It's Johnny Depp's Ebenezer.
Oh, this looks great.
He brought us James Sparrow.
I don't know why. For some reason, I thought this was Tim Burton directing this, but he's not.
It's the music feels
Yeah.
very. It's very
Burton,
Danny
yes.
Elfman.
Yeah. And a lot of things in it seem kind of Burton-esque.
It's good to be back. To Uncle Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
Let go of me, man! I say to you, sir, Merry Amber! Merry Christmas! Amber! And Happy New Year!
Right there seems very Tim Burton for some reason, too.
Well, I think at this point, Johnny Depp and all of his acting just feels Tim Burton. It's not saying it's bad. It's just that he cut his teeth so much in that
Tim Burton's movies.
Tim Burton's movies that I don't think he can really divorce himself
Do anything.
from that style.
Yeah.
I wish that when they were announcing all the things that he brought us, I wish one of them would have been like he won an argument with a woman.
Yeah.
I think I'm glad to see this because it feels like a return to form for Depp.
He got sucked into a bed again. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. I forgot that was from the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they're bringing back Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah.
Well, no, him getting pulled into the bed is from his
I
character in
know
Nightmare on Elm
it
Street.
is, but they are bringing Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, on Elm Street back, yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Yes. Well, he also got sucked in the bed a different way, but
well, got on the bed.
He got a different surprise there.
Yeah.
Yeah, beds and Johnny Depp just don't mix. Apparently, that's
You like the cards, Christmas
sleeps
Carol?
in a hammock. He sleeps in a hammock in real life nowadays. He's just like, I don't want anything to do with a mattress ever again.
Well, after having the surprise he got, neither would I.
Merry Christmas.
This is one of those properties that are like these IPs that kind of crops up every so often, redoes itself. Every like 5 to 7 years, they'll do another take on A Christmas Carol, and it seems like every time it feels a little different. So,
did you ever see Scrooged?
I love Scrooge.
Bill Murray's hell yeah every year. Gotta watch that.
It's just one of those timeless classic stories that even if you put a spin on it, as long as you stay relatively true to the concepts, people don't get too upset with it. Unlike certain other things, it's
like somebody else.
Yeah.
God, I get my blood.
You could really easily like Scrooge. You could really easily do a modern update of A Christmas Carol because there's nothing there that specifically states it needs to be within that range.
Unless it's Christopher Nolan, he would just hire an exorcist and fucking send the ghost to hell.
Yeah. Well, he would turn Christmas into the actual villain somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns out that Scrooge was right all along.
Yes, exactly. Like the same reason you need to have a Trojan horse sunk into the ocean so the grounded realism of men breathing through straws. Because no one ever thought of that, and nor gave a shit. All right, well, that's it for today. Let me finish this last super chat. Von Max for $10. I guess the silver lining is more people are reading Greek mythology stories. I'm currently reading Stephen Fry's 5-part Mythos series. Very fun. I'm also going to Athens for the first time. Hey, if you need any place that you want to visit, DM me and I'll send you a few recommendations. But I'm glad to hear that. By the way, Spotify did release the other day, so I will say that is a piece of good news. Besides that, we'll get Mel Gibson to make it and put Christopher Nolan to shame. They said over the last week in 10 different languages, the Odyssey has been read for the equivalent amount of 45 years. Listen to.
As long as they're not listening to or reading Emily Wilson's translation.
Well, they didn't say which one. They said just 10 different versions. But
I mean, one thing I will say to her credit, she at least kept the cadence of the poem, which I thought was pretty interesting. That's like the one thing I would say that she did a good job on.
Okay. I can't stand Emily Wilson. I just have such a hard. I like.
There's a lot of things I don't like that she changed, but I have to give her respect for actually keeping the meter of the actual poem. I mean, that's not easy.
No,
That's not easy.
But she did it in an iambic pentameter, didn't she?
I believe so.
I think his is dexalic, but I understand what you're saying.
Again, because
No,
it's a
yeah, well-
translation, you're not going to get a 1-for-1, right? There's some things
I
that
see
you.
what you're saying. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Look, I know the woman loves it. She just her the lens.
She's putting her
Right.
feminist spin on it, which is the issue.
That's why I always loved Umberto Eco. When you read his book, I think it's called Mousetrap. It's been years since I read it. He was talking about translators. He's like, text has inherent rights. It's not up to you to bring your judgments, your political views, or your ideology and overlay it onto text. Your job is to relay it for that time and as close to represent the original as possible. That's it. And I was like, Umberto Eco. Genius as always. Thank you, everybody, for the great support today. Fun show to be back, a little bit more relaxed. We'll be here next Sunday. I'm trying to start back up the show again on Wednesday and our member stream because I've missed you. Dark Hour, Comics Division, great to see you. What do you got coming up, Dark Hour? Anything this week?
So I will be seeing, obviously, Brand New Day, depending on its quality. Obviously, I'll cover it no matter what, whether it be on my show or a video is all dependent on certain factors. But that will be the next project either way. And then I'm looking forward to covering Lanterns, which the more I see from that looks like straight up trash.
Does it?
Green Lantern being my all-time favorite character, it's ripe for me. Whether or not people give a shit, I don't care. I'm going to cover every episode.
Well, we should do that. We should do a show on that because I love Lanterns, but don't know anything about them. Like, I mean, I know the character. I just don't know anything.
Yeah, well, Green Lantern is especially hard to learn a lot about because when you go into it, there's a lot of different versions.
Aren't there like
I don't just mean different
Lanterns and-
interpretations. I mean quite literally different people who have
Aren't
held
there
the title.
black ones and yellow ones? And
Well, those are the different cores. Specifically,
Ah.
even Green Lantern. I mean, there's thousands of them at any given time.
Gotcha.
So it's but yeah, that's gonna be it. Obviously, I actually, and those are the two things I got coming up. The rest of the year, there's actually quite a few projects I want to do, but those are the two in the hopper right now.
Cool. What you got coming up, comics?
Well, I'm trying to pull myself out of video retirement. So I have a video I worked on, recorded this week. I just need to finish editing it and getting it out at this point.
The fun part, right?
Yeah, the fun part, the editing. The thing I don't want to do, and I want to hand off to somebody else, but I can't. So,
I understand, brothers. All right. Thank you, everybody. Please go subscribe to these amazing gentlemen, brilliant minds, great human beings. And Paul Chato, one of the greatest comedians ever with an awesome soul. And please thank Lord Thoth, Eric K. Fletcher Williams is not here, but he produced today. I didn't see Istophobos today, but also go subscribe to Istophobos.
He's doing well. He had a couple of good videos pop off pretty quickly.
Proud of him.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing is getting that first
hit.
That first hit. He got it pretty much on his first video, which is solid.
That's awesome. That is a beautiful thing. And go say hello to Mr. Brown's Alliance as you go over there right after here. Other than that, I will see you later this week. Love you all. Remember, always forward. Now, without Fletcher, let's see if I can actually end this properly.